gentlemen, what's up? All of my beautiful friends. It's a beautiful day. And it's always beautiful when you're able to go ahead and talk about such an awesome anime. And that is, of course, Attack on Titan. I am your host, AJ, and welcome to our today's session, where we're going to go ahead and continue on and finish Season 3, Episode 10, Friends, Part 3.
How nice.
That felt very weird. And now I want to go ahead and ask my friends who join me every single week and who are here to talk about such an amazing anime. I want to ask them how they're doing. And I'll start with my friend Zach. So Zach, how are you feeling today?
Yes, cover your ears. We were 1 week away from Gear 5. I watched the episode last night.
Yes.
I got fucking goosebumps. Because there's something I read in the manga that I've been waiting for just to hear the soundtrack of it. I'm not going to spoil anything for you.
No spoilers.
But they finally played the sound I've been waiting for. And
Zach's
I'm
acting crazy.
Fired up!
Wow.
That was a good one.
That was really good, man. That was beautiful rasp. I love it. Woo! Hell yeah. And we got our beautiful friends joining us. We have Heise, we have Iverpan. Obviously, we know that this is, these are our friends, Jacob and Josh. So we're so happy that you guys are here with us and joining us again as we talk about such an awesome anime in Attack on Titan. We're going to go ahead and, as I said, finish this episode. And this episode is going to go ahead and take a turn. And it's going to be a little bit of a melancholic, sad turn, depending on if you guys are a fan of a certain character or not. And it'll be interesting to go ahead and start up a new kind of era for a certain character that is now being, some would say, crowned and exciting to finally see this character really become what they're supposed to be and be very confident and powerful. So powerful, in fact, that we'll see a little funny moment at the end of this episode, which is really, really cool.
Which is rare.
Yes, but yeah, I agree. Heise says I'm ready for Chainsaw Man season 2. Yeah, definitely. Yes,
I am too. Yes. I'm actually rewatching it right now.
Really?
I'm fired up all over again.
Yeah. Why? You just saw something you liked, or what?
Chainsaw Man season 2.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And we're Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 is so good.
Oh, very cool. Have anybody who's seen Jujutsu Kaisen? There you go.
The movie is. Man, I watched it on Crunchyroll again. Oh.
Good stuff.
It's been a good summer for anime.
Yeah. And there's so many good things to come too. That's the thing that's so beautiful, is that like you can go ahead and be watching something amazing, right, in the current present, and then all of a sudden you see something that you're gonna be looking forward to, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this anime is so like, it's just badass.
I know this one's like a little basic one that no one really cares about, but Jobless Reincarnation season 2 started coming out, and I was and then Zom 100, I'm like,
there you go, man.
Zom 100 is so pretty.
That's why Zach is our anime guy. Have you heard of those?
No.
Oh, see, there you go.
Actually, I don't know. I wasn't really listening. I was telling you.
100 is on Netflix. It's coming out simulcast. Watch it, please. It's so good.
Very cool. All right, guys, you guys know the drill. We want to give a quick little disclaimer to all of our friends listening. There's spoiler talk in this episode. There's going to be heavy spoilers that we talk about in this episode, because there's moments that are going to be happening. And if you guys are not caught up, then this is going to be big spoiler stuff for you guys. You guys know the drill. Also, we're going to be eventually discussing our Q&A and eventually discussing our poll question. And I'm excited to go and see the feedback, responses, and results, and that'll be always exciting. I'm always looking forward to all those awesome insights and all that. I feel like we had some interesting questions this time. So, not that we don't have interesting questions. Sometimes it's just I go into certain Q&As thinking, okay, my friends are smart. I'm going to be getting some good responses on this. I love the hypotheticals.
Yeah, same.
I love just like to see where their minds take it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you come up with your storyline.
There's always information that like they think of that like we would have never thought of, or like random, like Eddie will come in with a random fact that like a niche Attack on Titan fact that none of us knew.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
exactly.
No, we're all just like
We're like, what the hell? Wow, that's incredible. Like when he was telling us that, like something about an episode we talked about, I can't remember if it was last week or if it was a week before, but it was like, oh yeah, this is like Isayama's like favorite whatever.
Yeah, one of his favorite episodes.
Yeah, one of his favorite episodes. I was like, what?
So
whoa, that's crazy.
Thank you for the information.
But yeah, so again, we'll go ahead and we'll cover the responses and the results, and we'll get into a recap and all that. But yeah, of course, I want to go ahead and ask Lex now. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I had an eventful weekend.
Nice. Anything you want to go ahead and talk about, or just?
Was it a fired up
I
weekend?
went to the club with my friend Mary.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, shout out Mary.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I went to the beach with 2 of my friends, with RJ and Jeremiah.
Very cool. Shout out to your friends.
And what else I do? I got paid to play laser tag with some Italians.
Nice. There you go. It's always
And
nice. 1, when you're playing laser tag.
And you're
2,
getting paid?
you get paid.
Yeah.
And 3, with Italians. That's awesome. Incredible.
Well, like it's like when other people hear it, they think like it sounds like racially motivated, but it's really not what we mean. Like we all just call them the Italians because they are the group from Italy
yeah.
that come in.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So whenever like it's like, oh, the Italians, are like, what do you mean the Italians? Like they're a group of people from Italy. What do you mean? What do I mean? Is that wrong?
Yeah.
But anyways, I have people say that before. But we're doing events for them, and I got extra hours to help set up the event. And you know, since I guess there wasn't enough people at the very, very beginning, me and my friend Casey were just like, sure, we're on the clock.
Yeah, there you go.
And I had absolutely no mercy. I instantly murdered I instantly murdered one of the girls that probably didn't even know the game started. And because it's red team versus blue team.
There are
And we like instantly.
there are many strategies to have in being annoying while playing laser tag, and I've seen them happen to me, and I've also been the recipient of being annoying like that. But one of the most annoying things to me was having a stupid ass little kid literally following me the entire time and just been like,
Yeah.
waiting for me, and like I'm like, okay, oh, you got me, and I'm
Yeah.
getting ready to go ahead and just like following me,
Yeah. And you're,
then I'm
like,
just like, okay,
respawning.
like how much trouble would I be in if I just punted this kid right
That's
now?
what I was gonna say. That's when you pick him up and you put him somewhere high where you
Yeah.
get down and you go, you're the sniper. Stay
Yeah.
there for the rest of the game.
No, but anyway, so laser
Well, on
tag's
this
always
version,
fun.
it was like you have a health bar, and I think it's if you get shot like 4 times or something like that, then you die and then you're out.
I could just see
Oh,
Lexi
damn,
next
that
to that
sucks.
girl. Ready, start.
No,
Ready?
instantly.
Oh, well, I'm
Because
She's
they're-
looking around, just like the
Because
water
they
boy
had-
scene. There's my bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because they had these like big inflatable covers,
fired up,
and it was
Kyron.
red team versus
Fired
blue
up.
team. We're each on one side, and
We'll get to you, Kyron.
we just instantly, as soon as it was like ready, start, instantly just,
Damn.
and then she was instantly out, and then like we all started moving forward. We all had great teamwork. It was great.
That reminds me of when I went paintballing one time
Mm-hmm.
at Paintball USA. And I had a friend who was like, I'm the best paintballer on the planet. Blah,
Oh
blah,
my
blah, blah.
god.
And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, so you're my target. Got
Yeah,
it.
like just what?
'Cause, like I used to go like airsofting and paintballing like often in like middle school, high school, elementary school. And I see him and I lit him up. And when he obviously walked out to the side and he was done, when it was over, it was a huge map. So we link up, dude, like he needed windshield wipers for his visor.
Damn, you guys were going freaking headshots on
I
this
know.
guy?
I'm like
I
headshots on
was
with a
about to say,
paintball.
damn,
He was
is-
talking the
Ruthless.
most smack because he
You're
was trying to
literally
lay
gonna
down and
blind
do it.
him.
There's not really much else
Oh,
to hit.
okay, yeah. So
But-
he pretty much here's my target.
Yeah.
Because there's these huge hay bales that are like this
Yeah.
tall.
Okay.
He's laying down in the corner when I'm just,
Yeah.
and when I link up, he takes his mask off. Oh, it went through the holes in his mask, all over his face, just paint.
Damn.
And he's like, you
and
got
that
paint
was the
in my
last
mouth.
time he played. He went paintballing.
With me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
That's the last time he did.
Okay,
I was
very
like-
cool. Happy to hear that you guys are both doing well. And then, of course, we have our. I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing really good.
No one ever asked the host.
things
How
going
are
good.
you,
No, I'm
Armin?
good. I'm good. I'm especially happy now that we have, of course, our day one, man. You know, our friend Kyron, who's joining us here, man. Kyron.
Hello, Kyron.
What's up, Kyron? We want to know.
My son.
We want to know from our friends.
My
How
son.
has your weekend been? Would love to go ahead and hear. You know, I love finding out what my friends are up to and stuff like that. Zach is,
Zach is tiny.
Tiny.
Zach is small.
and we're back. Yeah, sorry for the.
Hi.
Thank you for
all
being
that.
patient.
We were glitching out over here on the side. The keyboard was acting up, but we're back. And for those who stick around, thank you so much. And Heise is here, which is perfect because I want to go ahead and segue now to kind of a little bit of a different tone. And this is just me being thankful for you, Heise, for showing us support. And so this is my way of just showing support to you as well. And I want to say that I couldn't help but notice. And I apologize if this is something that maybe it brings up something that it's sad. But I just wanted to, of course, mention that I saw that you recently lost your dog, and I just want to say that for personally myself, I just lost a dog too. As a matter of fact, I just got a tattoo Thursday a little tribute tattoo for my dog that we just lost, me and Lex, and I just wanted to tell you, man, that wanted you to send all the love and all of our just condolences, and we know exactly what you're going through, man, and it's difficult to lose, just a pet that you really care about, and I just wanted to show our support and love to you, man, and that we're thinking of you, and we hope that you're doing well, and yeah, it could be a difficult thing, but yeah, so I just want to take the time, man, to just show our appreciation to you, and let you know that through this difficult time that we're here for you, okay, and we love you, man.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that.
Yeah. We can get through this together, man.
Yeah.
Let us know if you need anything.
So now what we're gonna do is that Heise also sent us those awesome Funko Pops.
Yes.
And
we have a PO box that's in the link tree.
Yeah. So if you guys by chance want to go ahead and again send stuff.
You don't have to. Don't feel
obligated at all. It's just something where it's it's something that we're just
not drinking a soda.
We're just grateful that this is something that we were able to do, and so Heise, what we're gonna do here live is we want to go ahead and sign them. So we're gonna sign them right here live, so that you can go ahead and see and be a part of this as well. And again, we're so thankful and just honored that when you want us to go ahead and sign your incredible Pops, man. And as you guys can see, I mean, I got Shigaraki here, which is very, very fitting.
I have my boy Bakugo.
Right there.
I have a little me.
And then Zach's got a little him, which is Hawks. And so I'm going to go ahead and hand you guys a Sharpie.
Oh, jeez.
And so we all have Sharpies.
We got them hands.
And so just right here over in the face, we'll put a nice little message for you, my friend, because again, we're so honored and we're thankful.
Plastic.
I'm just going to go ahead and
the blank spot right here.
I'm going to put it in bottom because, if you probably display it, you obviously want to put it.
I have a spot.
There in the front, but
I haven't practiced.
I'm like, where do you want it?
no, but Heise,
point to where?
You're incredible, man.
On this napkin real quick.
You want it here? You want it here?
We're so thankful that, as fate has it, that we just connected in such a strange way. You were able to find us through TikTok, and again, thank you so much, Kyron, for just doing your thing over on TikTok. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and sign it. He says on the front.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You wanted to sign it on top where nobody can see it.
Yeah. Well, I was asking him if he wants it on the
I'm
side.
scared.
Here.
No, I got
side plastic part.
I'm terrified.
This feels so permanent.
Because it is.
Maybe I can't be a tattoo artist. I'm gonna be there what? Are you sure? You want it here?
I'm doing another practice trial on the napkin.
So I put a nice little message there for you, and
I was gonna put an Attack on Titan quote, but I realized that might not be
for Bakugo.
For Bakugo, yeah. I was like, should I do a My Hero quote? Okay, I'll just put whatever.
I don't know if I want to do a message because I feel like that's gonna make it look ugly because my handwriting is chicken scratch. My handwriting is so chicken scratch.
I kind of want to get your approval on this, Heise. Can I sign it on Shiggy's face right here?
Oh, you just wrote the message? You haven't signed it?
No, I just wrote the message over on the screen. But you let me know, Heise, if you want me to go ahead and put it right here. If not, just say no, and you can go ahead and tell me just to keep it over on the screen. I just want to make sure that you're okay with it. I don't want to go ahead and cover something that you don't want to get covered.
I wrote a tiny message.
So I'll let you go ahead and get back to me for that, my friend.
Okay. I'm not gonna overthink this.
Beautiful. Looks good. If you want, you can on the plastic, the clear. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I'll do that.
You can always use this side on the clear too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Do you want to share autographs? Wow, Kachan!
Wow, Kachan!
Wow, Kachan! I can't even. What were we saying? We were saying that Deku just sounds like Armin yesterday. Aaron!
Yeah, when we were doing the lines, I was trying to do my best Armin impression for Deku. Mm-hmm. But all right, so we all signed it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And now I'm gonna leave it here so that it gives time to go ahead and just air dry and whatnot. But again, Heise, you are just so awesome, man. And we love you, and I'll make sure to go ahead and get these back to you. I'll mail them in tomorrow.
You're awesome, dude.
So let's give a
believe
hand
you
to
want our
Taisei.
autograph.
Let's give a hand to him, man.
Thank you, Heise. You are amazing. I can't believe you want us. You.
Can't believe I just signed something.
I know you want us.
Marco's
to
here.
sign.
What the hell?
Oh hey.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Marco?
I got a bone to pick with you,
What's up,
Marco.
bro? Always,
I've been
man.
grinding.
That competitiveness always comes out
I've been
over in there.
grinding.
SB's here too. Whoa, what is
SB,
up?
I missed
Hey, Marco
you,
and Luca is here.
SB.
SB, yes, we are so
Oh, and
happy that our
Luca.
friends
What's
are
up?
here.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
The gang's all here.
He has a bone to pick.
Bone to
He has
pick.
a bone to pick.
I have been training to smack you up. Smash
Oh My
Bros.
goodness gracious. He's
And
just not
in
going to
Jump
let it go
Force.
because I
No.
witnessed firsthand
No.
what he did to you. I know. It's difficult. I understand that. I know. Okay.
Just
But
accept just accept.
sometimes you just accept that somebody is better you at a certain game.
You don't have to be great at everything. That's actually a trauma response. You need to go to therapy.
And that's why
I've
we're
been
sponsored by
training.
BetterHelp.
You
I
don't
go, I've
even
been training
need
too.
training, Marco.
You don't need training. You don't need to do that. You're fine.
He's like, stop training, please.
What's the line? What's the thing that we were like looking at yesterday with Crocodile, where it's like, so we
Oh.
meet again or something like that, right?
Saseburidana Mugiwara.
Yeah, so we meet again, and that's exactly what it's gonna be. Yeah, for just for fun.
We meet again.
But hell yeah, awesome! Our friends are here. We're so thankful that we have such great company. And what does Bakugo need? What does Bakugo need? He needs a lot.
He
needs a lot of therapy.
He needs therapy.
Kirishima.
There's a lot, yeah. So that's
He's
the
his little
thing.
lover boy.
But hello, SB.
Yeah, how have you guys been?
I've missed you.
Hope you guys have been well.
Just for fun.
But yeah, we're experiencing. Whoa, Bad
And
what's up?
Bat. Hello.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, yes, all the signing.
Go.
Again, I wanted to
Yes,
make it
all the signings.
I wanted to make it an experience where, again, we're obviously including all of our friends and stuff like that. So I was like, why not just go ahead and sign it live when, our friends are here and yeah, I just figured maybe it was a cool
That was
moment.
a great idea.
And again, we want to say
To
thank you
prove
so
that
much.
It was us signing it.
And if any of you guys want to go ahead and send ARC, wink, wink, Marco, to us, there's a P.O. box
Marco,
that we have.
If you want to, send in some drawing.
The P.O. box is
of our
available over in the link tree.
I want to.
SB, missed you guys. Love y'all and the whole Attack the Talk fam. Yes, and it is a beautiful family that we have here. I love you guys so much.
I forgot who my beast.
I helped him
was.
pack the box
No,
so
I
they
don't-
would get
Are you
it there
Dolphin?
in one piece.
Dolphin, yeah.
Dolphin, bat. I forgot.
Did you mean to include one
the
piece
eagle?
in there?
I'm an eagle.
I thought you were like a frog.
What did we say he was? A toucan? A pigeon?
No,
parrot. We said he was a parrot.
no. Zach does not deserve this slander. I think that you were an eagle. You were an eagle. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an
Yeah, you're an eagle.
America.
Wait, you guys have your Titans? Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, Beast Titans. Yeah, so our
Yeah.
Beast Titans are. I forgot. Hi, so this is some Attack the Talk
Oh,
lore.
this is some lore.
This is some
Yeah.
lore we have here. So what we did was early on, in I believe season 2, we did like a spiritual animal finding meditation thing, right?
We did a spiritual journey.
And so what it is, it's we each were guided through this meditation through a YouTube video, and it takes you through this kind of journey, and you close your eyes and meditate, and then at the end of it, you're supposed to see your spirit animals revealed to you. And so we each did that, and so again, we'll go down the line, and mine is a dolphin. Lexi?
I did a spiritual journey when I was really young, and I don't even remember what the video was from. But I'm a bat.
Yeah, a bat and
I'm an eagle.
an eagle. So
Most white American animal I could get.
we decided, since those are our spirit animals, that it only makes sense that those would be our Beast Titan forms. So I would be a Beast Titan dolphin,
I
which
don't know why I'm just picturing a dolphin with arms and legs.
yeah, there you
Just
go.
like a
There you-
buff dolphin.
or it'd just be a big
Whipped
ass scary dolphin in the ocean. Like
Dolphins
that'd
are
be cool.
pretty scary. sometimes.
Marco says Zach is a pigeon.
Zach is he's like, I'm drawing it. You can.
But yeah, so those are our Beast Titan animals. So yeah, very cool.
But Bat, what I was reading earlier was Bat said, I helped him pack the box so they would get there in one piece.
Yes. One Piece is a great anime, and no, that's the only thing I heard.
That's the only thing.
Next Sunday,
in One
Gear
Piece.
5. Be ready.
Like, oh yeah,
It was-
One Piece.
It was very
Don't put me down this rabbit
securely
hole.
all packed together, and when I went and I picked up the package on Friday, everything was all good. Yeah, and I wanted to confirm with Heise through
help with
Instagram, and
Thank you, Heise.
So I assured him that the package was secure, and as I opened it up, that everything was all fine. And I will say that Lexi, that Heise did not put a roach in there. So
Oh, amazing.
yeah, there
Thank
is no
you.
roach. So
Thank you.
So yeah. All right, guys. Again, this is we'll be covering season 3, episode 10, Friends, and part 3, which means that this will end our discussion for this specific episode. But we have a Q&A and we have a poll to go ahead and talk about.
Yes, we do.
So without further ado, Lexi, take it away.
I do. Okay.
I'm a pigeon.
You said it. I'm going to start
Yes,
off with
Marco.
the Q&A
Clip that.
Q&A. All right.
to load.
Don't clip it. Just Zach the feet. Just I'm a pigeon.
Another
I'm a
feast?
pigeon.
Yes, I would love a feast. before
Yes, another
That's
feast,
fast.
but don't go
Oh
long
my
distance
gosh.
driving anywhere, Marco.
Do not stuff yourself right before we have to drive somewhere far. And
Yes.
then
Just enjoy the feast and
do something that me and you both have a phobia of.
Yeah. Word.
10, like 15,
Word.
15 minutes into the drive.
Yes. Beautiful.
I would appreciate it.
Happens to the best of us,
15
you know. Dude, we were freaking just like scourging, man, over on
No, he was telling me that he was eating a lot of food.
like
I know.
we had
It was an experience.
heavy stuff,
Yeah.
heavy
You
pasta,
wanna
a
say
lot
that.
of pizza. Like yeah, it was all good
It
stuff.
was like just like noodles.
Whoa, interesting.
It was worth it.
Bad asks a question, weird question. What if the Titans could shrink and grow like Nezuko? Whoa, yeah,
was
that
it
would be.
earlier that was saying about like an Ant-Man Titan? Was that Heise? Or was that Jacob?
I can't remember exactly.
Or Chiron? No, I think it was. I don't remember.
But yeah, I mean that's an interesting dynamic in terms of Titans because Titans already won. If it's just a pure Titans, like I don't know if they necessarily have control over it. But if we're talking about
Like
abnormals and
wielders.
stuff, then yeah, abnormals would go ahead. That'd be an interesting concept of just them constantly kind of shape shifting depending on the kind of like the aggression and whatnot. But yeah, Mario, if the female Titan could shrink,
Technically-
That's his
Please.
best.
don't even
fantasy come true.
Technically, they can because they can. You know, she could just go back to being Annie.
Yeah.
And she looks just like her
There you go.
female Titan. So.
But yeah.
Just in,
Yeah. All right. Well, you said you're starting with the Q&A, right?
yes.
Okay. I was gonna say, well, speaking of Pixis, but no, not speaking of Pixis.
No.
We're gonna go ahead and talk about
No smooth transition.
Q&A
Incorrect
here.
segue.
And so, what's the question we asked?
Question we asked you guys is: if Kenny could claim the founding Titan, what would be his first action?
So this is something we talked about because last week we talked about in the episode, Kenny was informed through Uri. I almost said it like Kenny was. He was informed through
Yuri.
Uri. No, but Uri went ahead and informed him about the power that he possesses, and we know that Kenny Ackerman is very power hungry. It's his motivation, and so he's like, "Wait, hold on, this guy's powerful. I'll just follow his lead." Okay, wait, I'm finding details. Wait, you can pass that power along? All right, let's go ahead and see. And then so we know what his kind of driving force and his motivation. But yeah. And we wanted to go ahead and just find out and ask you guys what you guys would think if somehow Kenny was able to acquire from Uri. Say their friendship was so strong that Uri's like, you know what? I somehow have the ability to grant you this ability of becoming the founding Titan despite your lineage. It's only through the approval of a true family member can they allow
Yeah, if you could
somebody,
somehow- yeah.
and especially an
Like a
Ackerman, you know,
blessing.
like an Ackerman to go
Yeah.
ahead and have the full force of the founding Titan. And so we asked you guys, what would Kenny do? What would be his first action or actions? So I don't know. We're gonna find out, and then we're gonna go ahead and maybe talk about what we think he would potentially do, because it looks like you have something kind of up your sleeve a little bit, Zach. So Lexi, we'll go ahead and we'll get through we'll see what our friends say.
All right. So, first response I'm reading is from I Am Storm. Hello.
Just Heise.
Hello, Heise.
I said.
What does Heise have to say?
Jacob says, killing Levi.
Whoa, damn. First thing. Oh,
I'm not gonna lie,
wow.
that's one thing that I thought of.
That crossed
It's
your
not-
mind?
It's not what I'm smiling about.
Yeah.
Killing
Which,
Levi.
okay, that makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're going to kind of talk about it in this episode, but say he had this kind of like, this what's the fruit that Brooks has? The freaking revive fruit.
Oh, the soul fruit.
Yeah, so literally this is like his
Revive.
this is his second chance here, on the brink of death, and he comes back, and then all of a sudden he's like, all right, the first thing I'm gonna do is kill this little runt. Like, that's such a Kenny thing to do.
Yeah, to be like, let
just
me
when
just
he
get
thinks,
this taken care of.
just when he thinks that he's gonna die right in front of just when he thinks like he's gonna die right in front of Levi, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction, you little runt. And then, wow, I can totally see that. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, Heise, that's a good one.
Interesting.
Kenny, okay.
Thank you, Heise.
So what else we got?
Next we have from Bobby7. Hello, Bobby.
Yes. What's
Bobby
up, Bobby?
says-
Okay.
Raise some hell / take all Titans for himself.
Whoa.
That's also a very Kenny
That's
thing to
another,
do.
yeah, because he's like, he wouldn't stop at just one.
He loves power.
He would try to take every single Titan ability.
If he had the
Okay, so-
founding with the coordinate,
So that means that, let's say for the sake of where we're at in the episode here, right? He would have to go ahead and, yeah, he's a founding Titan, so he's very strong. But the Beast, the Colossal, and the Armored are all together in one spot.
yeah.
Like, does that mean he's gonna, like, let's try to get the brain, like, flowing a little bit. Like, how would he do it? Would he be able to just, like, be powerful enough to just transfer it away from them? Does he have to fight them for it?
I feel like he just have to eat them.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think he would be able to take over, like, Titans that have, like, Titan abilities.
That
like,
just,
like
like,
wouldn't be able to, like,
mind-
mind control someone with a Titan ability. He would have to, like, take the Titan
Okay.
from them.
Okay.
I think.
One thing you have to realize too is that means he'd have to go.
Because what's Aaron able to do with Zeke right now? He has him stuck in the paths.
Right now, as in currently in the story.
Currently, where we're at, present time, not in the story.
Yeah,
we're talking about
not in the
not
podcast.
season 3.
Like,
we're talking about season
in
4.
season
Yeah,
4.
like Aaron is using the Beast Titan,
Yeah, because
Right?
of royal blood.
and so he is. It's a royal blood thing. You think?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's confirmed that it is.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, so there it is. So he's able to use
You
that
need
because
to-
of
That's why he was able to use a coordinate when he
with Dinah.
when he punched Dinah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to come in come in contact, I guess, with someone of royal blood
Okay.
to be able to use a coordinate.
Because it
Interesting.
wasn't willingly passed down to him.
Yeah. So then does that mean that if Kenny goes in and essentially like captures and holds Zeke hostage, that he's just like, all right, so now I have the
I mean,
extra.
or it could just be, let's just hypothetically say he was willingly passed down.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what the hypothetical was with like Udi passing it down and being like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just trying to wrap my mind.
Royal blessing.
I was just trying to wrap my mind around just this theory of him trying to get every single Titan. Like,
You have to realize he'd have
How?
to go across the ocean anyways and get to the Warhammer.
it's true.
I feel like he would just have to take their powers somehow. I don't know how strong of a Titan that Kenny would be. I feel like he would have a giant cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Or he'd just be a Titan with a tiny cowboy hat.
Yeah. There you
Normal
go.
hat, just-
His normal hat just
Interesting. Wow. I don't know. I was just trying to go ahead and theorize here and trying to like come up with some interesting
out how he
storylines and all that and whatnot. And I guess it's just as simple as he would have to just literally devour each Titan user.
I think so. But that depends on how strong
Which
he is.
that's too
he
much
would
work for
probably-
Kenny to do.
Yeah.
Kenny
He's
wouldn't
not gonna
wanna
do
it
that.
that way.
No.
He would definitely just get those abnormals and get like the normal non-power Titans and like make those Titans do all the work. Like
Interesting.
ambush
Yeah.
and everything.
Heist is adamant that if he went after Aaron, that Aaron wouldn't die. I want to say
he
that
has a little bit of plot armor.
sure Aaron is stronger at this point, yeah, but he's not quite as strong as where we see Aaron at now.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. Well, thank you so much for the response, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
Next we have from the show Eddie,
Shout
Eddie
out.
Winston
What does Eddie have to say?
says restoring the Ackerman's honor.
Ooh, okay. So this time he's kind of like, you know what? He's fed up with just how Ackermans were treated. Now that he has the ability, guess what? Ackermans no longer are shunned. They're no longer the, whatever. And
That's kind of like a vigilante move of if
yeah, but
of
it
Kenny
also
to
could
do.
be like, I'm just so sick and tired of being treated this way. Like now that I have the power, that ends.
I mean,
he
this
could
is what I was
get better
thinking
bounties.
about. Or he could just kill everybody but the Ackermans.
Oh, so
genocide?
Genocide.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
Colossal Titans on standby.
Yeah. Damn.
Could just wipe everybody except the
Like
Ackermans.
genocide.
Yeah.
Right. That's what
That's
Zach's thinking of genocide.
I feel like that's
Heise
the
says
Kenny
the
rumbling.
Kenny rumbling.
Yeah.
the Kenny. That's what I was thinking. Kenny rumbling.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, it is an interesting
I think that
idea,
wouldn't
but
be as much fun for Kenny.
I think that is too honorable of Kenny.
Yeah, to restore.
I think
the
that if
Ackerman
Kenny goes and he acquires the power, I think he's going to become straight up just antagonist.
Yeah, unless he's somehow convinced that that's for his best interest to be like, I can make more profit being more of a bounty hunter if Ackermans are more respected. And
Let me ask you this, because this is an interesting detail that seems to be kind of forgotten every time a founding titan is passed down. It's that your ideology changes.
Yeah, true.
So does Kenny actually actively do what he wants to do, or is they now kind of like, all right, this is how things are kind of done?
I'm going based on the hypothetical that Kenny just has full control.
Okay. I like it.
I feel like there's hints of it. I think he would turn into more of a vigilante because he'd have somewhat of morality, but still have that Kenny feel.
Are you going to see Kenny over on the stage over in church praying to everybody?
No.
Say no, I don't see that from Kenny.
Kenny would
not
just
doing
have someone else do it.
Yeah.
There you go, Rod. You can go ahead and keep doing that.
Yeah. You got that one. I'll just.
No, Rod Rice is dead at this point. All right. So that's wishful thinking there, Eddie.
Yeah.
But still, it's a good response. So
But
thank
maybe
you.
because he was thinking about they passed down the ideology.
Maybe
Udi's words from.
honor. Yeah, and that's why he apologized for sure. Yeah, SB said, I thought your morality only changes if you have royal blood. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
true,
I
but I mean,
don't know.
That's why for this hypothetical, we're trying to like wrap our head around like
Well,
what
it
the
could be, like,
specific details are.
Can we have a rule book?
Yeah,
If it's like given a royal blessing, then I'm sure that
yeah, that's
he would
why.
still be affected in the same manner as a royal.
for the sake again of the kind of hypothetical and all that. All right,
And then our last one. Whoa.
last one was whoa. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Whoa.
Last one is Hater Xenon, who is, if I'm not mistaken, that's Josh.
Yes, yeah, that is
Okay.
Josh. Yeah, I repent.
Would be Josh, who says he wouldn't be that smart with it, but he'd most likely start a war with Marley and attack.
Oh wow.
Anarchy!
He does
Yeah.
love violence. So.
Yes. Damn, a giant freaking founding Kenny the Ripper. That is terrifying.
I love the way he started it. Like, he wouldn't be that smart with it, but he'd probably start a
I feel
war.
like Kenny's founding titan would have like scythes on his arms.
Whoa, what? Scythes?
You haven't seen Black Clover, huh?
No.
So there's this like magic knight like in the show where
But how would he be able to do
Jack the
that?
Ripper. I don't know.
It'd
make
be
a
like,
bone.
It'd be like the ballerina girl from Mortal Nemesis.
Marvel Nemesis?
Marvel Nemesis.
Yeah. I
mean,
guess, yeah.
I mean, Aaron Stein just has founding titan has a huge.
If you guys know that
he
reference,
just
that niche
bends the
reference,
bone.
Yeah.
good job.
He literally.
I'm saying if he
makes stuff.
acquired the Warhammer, then be like, oh yeah, then there you go. Then he could for sure do it.
I don't know. I could just
But-
see him with like huge scythes on his arms and just
Interesting.
Aaron at his side. No.
I don't think Aaron would necessarily go ahead and join Kenny.
I don't think he would.
At this point, I mean, Aaron is fully in the scouts side, especially Levi's side. I don't think that he would betray Levi by joining
Give it
Kenny.
another season.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it another season, then maybe.
All right. So that's the response we got.
Yes, that is all. the
Beautiful.
ones for the
Thank you
Q&A.
so much, guys, for all the responses.
Appreciate it.
And now we have the poll question.
Hold on, I don't have any.
Oh, so you're trying to say that Aaron would use Kenny?
I could see that. I feel like they could have like a power struggle,
Hmm.
and then Aaron tries to eat Kenny.
Damn. Well, Kenny isn't the brightest, so I guess there's a way where you can kind of confuse and.
He's an Ackerman. He's just not the brightest Ackerman.
All right, it's not loading, but I think I remember the question.
Do you?
Let me see how well I can say this. So for the poll
In the notes.
that we asked you, I know, but I want to test my brain.
Oh, okay.
So last week for the poll, we asked you guys which leader strikes more fear into the hearts of their enemies.
Very good.
Is that correct?
That's good.
Hey, that's
Very.
You're like, that's wrong.
That's really good. Yeah. Which leader? All right. So again, think about this question because we all know what you might think out of the choices, what the easy choice is. But again, if you are the enemy of these 4 choices, like, just think about fear. Just think about. I mean, I think you're fucked either way. Like,
Yeah, no matter
sorry,
what.
I think, I mean, but
No matter what.
just perspectives. Okay. So, what are our choices?
Our choices are Commander Pixis,
Scary.
Captain Kenny Ackerman,
Okay. That's really scary.
Commander Irvin,
Oof.
and Captain Levi.
Captain Levi. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So let us know what you guys
kind of-
voted and why you guys voted
I
that
have
way.
an idea on how I think this should go,
Yeah, don't look at the screen, you're spoiling.
and
I voted for.
he says none of them can kill Levi. Yes, the only person that can kill Levi is Levi.
That's my boy.
Levi himself.
That's my
Levi
boy.
himself.
So
Levi carries.
shall I reveal the results?
Yes.
So the results
Tell us all who's at the bottom, because I mean,
From-
we all know who's going to be.
on the top, yeah. So from lowest to highest
I already
voted,
know who's last one.
we have with 0%. No.
Levi.
No votes at all would be
Is
Commander Pixis.
yes, Pixis is just you know what, he just likes to
Sorry,
get his drink
Pixis.
on, you know.
AJ was so
He has
ready
his-
for me to die on my hill.
I know. I threw this in here. I was like, okay, Zach, how are you going to go ahead and try to reason this one? You know, this is some more lore we got here. But again, the question specifically from last time, way back in the day, was in terms of the 2 commanders who accomplished more. And Zach was on that hill for Pixis over Irvin.
And everyone else.
And everyone else was
Was
like,
it who
Zach.
accomplished more? Was it who's? Was it as simple as who's a better leader?
It wasn't just as who's the better leader.
No, it wasn't
was
as
like,
simple as that.
who accomplished more in their commandership.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yes.
And
No,
everyone
Pixis'
was
team.
pro.
Yeah, okay. Everyone's pro Irvin. But
Except
so we
for
threw in Pixis in there with the idea
Zach.
that, okay, I want to see if Zach can go ahead and maybe give an argument. But there's no argument to be made because we
Yeah,
all
no
know
votes.
compared to, you know, the other 3, like Pixis is clearly
Just
not
an
as
old man.
intimidating. He's just an old man that has his fascinations of getting sat on by the female Titan. That's
Right.
all it is, right? And he just likes to drink.
Poor old guy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I just wanna-
you know, he's a respectable
I would love to have a
commander.
Pixis.
You know, when duty calls, you know, he'll go ahead and do what he needs to do. He's not going to necessarily.
Damn right he.
He's not going to force anybody, though. I will say he's not going to force anybody because remember he gave his soldiers
Yeah,
a
true.
way out. You know, but yeah, not necessarily striking fear. So, who is third to last? This is where things start getting interesting.
Next is, with 10%, Captain Kenny Ackerman.
Whoa, Kenny the Ripper.
Yeah, Kenny the Ripper.
Kenny
I
the
saw that
Ripper. Wow.
I saw that one
10%
coming from
of-
a
If you
mile
were this
away.
guy's enemy,
Yeah, that's kind of terrifying.
if you knew Kenny the Ripper had his sights set on you, he's only getting 10%.
Yeah, that's.
I think you guys are thinking about the anti-hero Kenny. No, again, you guys
have to think about-
have to remember you're voting this based on as if you are the enemy of these choices.
You're getting scolded by AJ right now.
Kenny Ackerman, Kenny
Am I
the
really
Ripper,
sorry, Dad?
10%.
Yeah,
Damn.
he deserves more
That
than
just means that-
10%.
That just means that the person who, again, we all know who's probably going to win this one, but that just means that they got like a big chunk of this vote.
Yeah,
See this guy?
So your picks is Zach in
50 years.
Oh,
in 50
5 years.
In,
In
5 years, you will be Pixis. Yeah.
yeah.
50 years.
You age pretty quick.
You said
In
it.
50 years, bro, you'll be like in your 70s, and you're gonna be looking good, man.
Yeah, but think about it. In 5, he's going to be practically 30.
I'll try not to expose your age too much, but yeah. There you go. But
Yeah.
from what we've
I
had
don't
past
even
week, it's
plan on
okay.
making it to
From what
70.
we've found out past couple of weeks, that Lexi likes exposing stuff over on podcasts now. So
Yep.
I don't even think I'm
And I exposed
70.
myself. So,
there you go.
you know,
I'm ready to clock
it's
out at
equal
50.
opportunity.
are you gonna lose your hair? You think?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because if
Like,
you
you won't know. I'm going to wear hats all the time.
If you're gonna be Pixis in 50 years, and you're gonna be in your 70s, and then all of a
Pops is pretty
sudden.
old and he's got a full head.
No, so again, this theory that it goes based off of your mom's
Your mom's dad.
dad.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Clip it. Clip it. The realization.
He's like, oh no.
The realization. We all saw it here live, guys. The
Oh,
realization that Zach. Oh, we're
Zach is
finding
gonna
out.
be bald.
He is gonna
You're
go
gonna be
bald.
bald.
Oh,
You're gonna be bald.
oh my God.
gonna-
Kyron, did you just realize too, my friend? No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, I just realized Zach is gonna be full bald because he can't grow a beard either.
Oh no, but he's gonna be Pixis, so he can grow a mustache. You are gonna be Pixis, bro.
You're literally gonna be Pixis.
I said,
He's gonna be like, you predicted
know the
it,
future, bro. You are the founding titan.
He could see the future.
Update.
my God.
Update. I am no longer fired up. I'm no
I am
longer
You know
not
what?
fired up.
I can totally see this.
He's ripped.
Zach goes and he starts losing his hair. He starts boozing up. He starts following all the
Yeah.
alcohol. He starts getting a mustache.
Okay, well-
And next thing you know, he's just going to be this
I already
boozed
love
up
alcohol.
old man who's just going to go ahead and be like, oh, well, I guess the only thing left in life is just
Get sound by a
trying
giant
to
lady.
get sat on.
Yeah,
right?
giant lady.
By a giant lady.
He's gonna be that one uncle that's just like, yeah, you know, when I was your age.
Hey, bro, but you guess what? You're still a commander, though. So
True.
at least
Why are you so sad? I thought you loved Pixis. Why are you
don't
so
drink
sad?
the wine. Yes, don't drink the wine.
You know what's funny is I actually because
funny,
I'm supposed to go to
SP.
Japan next year, like I was telling you.
And they
I
have
was
the.
planning on buying that wine.
Oh,
Attack
bro,
on
remember we
Titan
tried buying it, but we couldn't go ahead and ship it over
they
here.
don't ship it overseas.
Yeah, they don't ship it overseas.
I
If you
think I
can,
might bring
bro,
some
if you
back.
do it, if you
Why?
do it, get two, please. Yes, I said clipped it. Yeah.
Thank you, Heise.
I planned on getting
Oh my
three. I planned on getting
gosh.
one for each of us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll have
And
it
then I'm
somewhere
gonna
here.
I'm gonna get four. So one that we can drink and then one that we can just.
I don't drink anymore, bro.
And I don't.
One
drink,
that I can
I don't
drink.
Okay,
drink
one that
either.
you can drink. Yeah,
One
yeah.
that I
Let's
can
just
drink.
We don't
either.
drink.
We don't
Fuck,
drink.
I
So
really
there you
am
go.
Pixis.
You're
Shit.
Pixis, bro. Hey, you know what? This is destiny,
He's like,
dude.
I'll drink all
because
four.
this is destiny, bro. Because literally, I mean, again, you were dying on that hill, bro, trying to go ahead and speak for Pixis, and somehow you manifested that you were gonna become Pixis. So, sorry, bro.
You will
but
be Pixis.
You
When
can,
I'm-
it's okay. You
when
can
I'm
be,
70
you can
with a full head of
become-
hair, I'm gonna laugh at you.
I hope so, dude. Because
Still no beard,
yeah.
bro. I'll have hair.
Yeah, I hope so. I want that for
Yeah,
you.
so
I
for
want
all
that
of
for
you-
I'll do a little Jack
We
hair.
all.
Think about your mom's
that.
dad.
have-
Did he go bald
He's gonna have
early?
some stragglers. Gonna be like, see.
He's gonna have like
I have hair.
He's gonna have the Homer Simpson like
Oh,
the three hair
bro.
comb over with the little squiggles on
It's
the
okay.
side.
It's okay. You know what? I believe in
Making a
karma.
marker.
I believe
Yeah,
in
like a
karma.
Permanent marker.
I believe in karma, and guess what? I feel like I just somehow manifested my genes to just be like, oh, you know what? Fuck you, then AJ. You know what? All right.
You just
guess
know
start
what?
seeing AJ's hair start
I
falling
know.
out.
Yeah.
You've had nice hair your whole life.
If I have
on.
a haircut in the next month, you guys know it started.
Yeah, it's
Let's see
begun.
if it grows back.
Yes.
If those bucket hats start never coming off.
Yes.
Then-
And I would love that. I'll just be a bucket hat guy. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Until there's a certain
and Zach
point
wears
in your
hats
age.
all the time anyway, so we won't even know if he's bald.
Yeah, there you go. Alrighty, well,
Hide it.
I guess we're just finding out some stuff, guys. That's awesome.
That was the stream. Have a good weekend.
But so again, Kenny at 10% surprised me, but again, I guess it's because of the heavy favorite. And so, without further ado, go ahead and let us know what the percentage. Well, no, just
Number
tell us
two.
what percentage the number one is, because I think we all know who number one is.
What do you mean? It's Commander Irvin.
Oh, Commander Irvin, definitely, isn't it? So what percentage did Irvin get?
Irvin got 16.
16%. Jesus, so what does that mean?
That
We're like
means that-
70
I can do
something.
math. What was
0, 10, 16. So
Damn, 74?
is that what it is?
It says 75.
75%. Wow.
Instagram's numbers are off.
Yeah, there
But
you
yeah,
go. Round it up.
75% Captain Levi.
Okay. And again, it makes a ton of sense, because who wants to be on this guy's bad side? Who wants to be the enemy of Captain Levi?
Literally.
Nobody.
And Kyron actually slid up on it and said, "Who else do you know? Who else do you know has what? Who else you know that have the? Hold on, I got it.
And that's why concussions are bad, people.
No, it's not
I
me.
understand his
It's not
language.
me. It's his grammar. All right, it's not me.
Let me read it.
Who else you know have the?
Who else you know that have the Beast Titan shook? Even Aaron didn't scare the Beast Titan.
So the
Yeah.
beginning didn't make sense.
No, who else do you know
that has the Beast Titan
the
shook?
Beast Titan shook? Yeah, the grammar maybe it's just has instead of have, but I don't think it was
Who
enough
else
to.
do you wait?
See, Kyron
What?
says I'm sorry.
Wait, hold
Sorry,
on.
my brain
I'm
is
his
just.
dad.
Who else?
Who else has the Beast Titan shook?
Basically.
Who else do you know
Has
had the Beast Titan shook? Is that what it's
has
supposed
because
to be? Who else do you
it's
know
still
has?
ongoing.
Shook.
True. Who else do you know has the Beast Titan shook?
Yes, but
Even
it
Aaron
wasn't.
didn't
It wasn't
scare the
enough
Beast
to
Titan.
fully glitch out.
Well, that's just me.
Anyways, Kyron
Sorry.
apologizes.
No, it's not. It's not
but
your fault,
it's
Kyron.
so
I'm just.
I appreciate
inept.
you, son.
It's just Lexi is an athlete that works very hard, and she just pushes her body to the limits.
Oh, news, guys. This is sad.
Don't
news.
tell me you got another.
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
I
Oh
saw my
gosh.
neurologist on. Didn't know this was an online course, Lex. Sorry, I'm grading all your responses.
You get a C.
But I saw my
What
neurologist
happened?
recently,
Yes.
and he gave me the official.
He told me to retire.
Yeah, he officially told me I'm not allowed to play beach, like not allowed to compete in beach volleyball, like ever.
Well,
So the sport that I fell in love with is no longer.
but the thing is,
option.
there are other ways of being involved.
I can still play indoor.
Well, not just that too. If you love beach, guess what? You can go ahead and become like, well, you want to be like a,
Athletic trainer.
athletic trainer. I was gonna say like a therapist, but that's definitely not it. But athletic trainer, or even if you
Well, the
enjoy
thing
it
is that
enough, you can become literally a coach.
The thing
know?
is that I can't even like go hang out with my friends while they play beach because I cannot watch without wanting to
You're
play.
like me.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how it
I
was for so
cannot
long with
watch.
basketball until
I
I
need
got
to
up there in
play.
age and my bones started aching, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to play basketball anymore.
Yeah. So like I don't even. You could just play video games. I do that too.
Damn, you know what? I'm getting a weird kind of mirrored thing right now because literally, like, I stopped playing because I essentially retired myself because I was like, I can't play how I want to play anymore. And it's just one of those things where it's like, unfortunately, you just get to a point where you push your body so much, and we don't have the resources that a lot of obviously, athletes have. A lot of,
Or even just like anatomically, your body just refuses to do the things that you want it to do.
And again, we're similar in a sense where like we are full force. We're putting everything we've got.
Yeah.
We are going hard, completely everything out there on the line.
Irvin style.
And so we are the scouts of the sports we play. Granted, we're not the best scouts, but we
But
are.
we try.
We give our hearts.
Yes.
I
give my
brain. As you can clearly see, Lex, we're all very sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, thank you guys for your concern.
But Zach can play.
Not good.
Zach tries.
We were worried for you.
Zach
I
has
I'll
appreciate
stick
all of
some
your
lemon
guys'
in it.
concern.
Zach's good at beating people up. That's what Zach's good at.
Right.
But
Thank you guys so much for all of your concern and everything. And
Yeah, but we are sorry to hear that, Lex.
but yeah, it's.
But that's
I
life.
can still play indoor.
Yeah. You.
I'm
to
actually
be
playing
honest,
tonight. That's why I asked to
You-
stream earlier.
You kick ass at it. Indoor anyway. So
That's just on. Okay, as much as it's gonna sound weird, that's also like really hard on my body. Indoor is so hard on my knees and my
it's only
back
a matter
and my
of time,
joints.
people. No, I'm kidding.
But I've been playing on like a co-ed team. Like I'm the only girl on my team that I play at my open gyms, which means that we play on a higher net, which means that I'm not a hitter anymore. I'm not a middle
There you
anymore.
go.
I'm not ruining my joints. I'm a libero now.
Yeah. It's right there.
It's like telling
Metaphors.
okay, I wish I was like Mozart, but it's more like telling who's like an artist. It's like telling like, I don't know.
I don't know. We're just gonna sit here and wait until Lexi finishes this.
No, please don't. Now I can't. Now I'm not thinking. I'm just thinking about
Finish
you
it.
guys staring at me now. That's like
I
telling.
hope you guys are all staring too.
That's like telling
Another one, not music related.
I'm trying to think too. I'm trying to think of like shows or something.
That's like telling cartoon characters. That's like telling.
I have pressure.
That's like telling.
Spiraling.
Okay, Futurama's back. We talked about Futurama. That's
Liberos.
like telling Fry.
Not to deliver pizza.
He's not delivering pizza anymore.
I just started, so
That's like, you
you
just
started
actually started watching it? Oh, wow, cool.
He's like,
Did
I
we talk
want
about
to
this?
feel the pain of that episode.
There you go.
I'm dead ass. I was like,
Yeah,
I
we
do
talked
wanna
about
feel the pain of
Jurassic
that
Park, the episode, but I'm trying to. That's like telling Fry,
Oh my
who
God.
obviously is not the
That's like telling.
best of what he does.
Well, it's something that's like mediocre.
That's like telling Bender.
Fry. That's like telling Fry
It's like telling Fry that he can't.
he can't go after Leela anymore.
No,
oh my
what I'm trying to say is that Mozart is comparing me to Mozart would be like comparing me to like April Ross.
I've seen 6
like an
episodes.
amazing beach volleyball player.
Not telling Bender.
Like not like it has to be someone that's like mediocre.
No, but Bender's the best though. We're trying to do not the best.
The guy from Fortnite. Oh my gosh, that's what everything's gonna be referred to as. Because now Attack on Titan is in Fortnite too now. That's the guy from
Everything's in
Fortnite.
Everything is in Fortnite. Yeah. Well, I tried to help you out, Lex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just spiraled. I got more pressure. What's something like mediocre?
But I mean, obviously, we're not
That's like
surprised
telling
about the
me not to play
results.
beach.
Yeah, there you go. But we're not surprised about the results, right? The only thing that's shocking to me is the percentage. I knew it was going to be heavy, but I was thinking maybe, we're looking over around 60, maybe late 50% because, again,
I
perspectives,
thought
people.
Erwin would get more.
Yeah, I mean, he got what, 16? It was 16%, right? 10% for Kenny.
Yes, he got 16.
Wow.
Sorry, my brain's a little dead right now.
It's okay.
I was thinking too hard.
Seeing the steam popping off like Aaron said.
Also, the flashing lights and the loud music last night probably
Oh, that's right. You were
wasn't a great idea.
You were out, yeah.
But it's okay. I got to sleep in. I got a good amount of sleep. As I telling SpongeBob not to work at the Krusty Krab. No, you guys are thinking about like experts.
Yes, keep them going, guys. Keep them going.
No,
keep
you
them
guys are
going. We would
thinking
love to
about
see them in
experts.
chat. We would love to go ahead and find out. That's like what?
Keep giving it.
Keep giving us different
It's like no.
analogies. Yeah.
It's more like telling Plankton that he can't
Eat
have,
his
like-
holographic meatloaf.
that he can't go after the Krusty Krab recipe anymore.
No,
the
you guys
secret
are
recipe.
thinking about like the sole purpose. My sole purpose is not to play beach volleyball.
Yeah, but it's better that way.
It's more dramatic.
It's funnier that way.
That's
It's
like
better.
telling Plankton that he can't have a restaurant. Yeah, he may not be that good at it, but he still loves
No,
to do
he's
it.
not good at it at all.
He doesn't get
He doesn't get
But he
customers.
still loves to do it.
That's
me-
like
that's me
that's
with
like
beach.
you guys finish this one. That's like telling Patrick. Finish it. That's like telling Mikasa not to love Aaron. Heise, keep them coming.
That's two
That's
different
like
people.
Aaron not being moody. I love it, guys. Keep them coming. We want to go ahead and keep talking about this. SB, do you have any? Marco, are
haven't
you
even-
still here? Luke, are you here?
We haven't even
Give us some
gotten
good
into
ones.
the story, and we're already an
No,
hour
this is
in.
interesting. We love to go ahead and just.
That's what did you say? That's like
That's like Patrick something.
That's like telling
Patrick
Patrick that
not wearing
mayonnaise
pants.
is an instrument.
Whoa! There you go. That's like telling Patrick you can't live next to SpongeBob. Wow, that's a good
yeah.
one.
Technically,
I was gonna
he lives
say
next
you
to
can't
Squidward.
live under a rock.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Patrick, he can't wear his favorite floral pants.
There you go. That's like telling Squidward
Put some pants
he
on.
sounds good when he plays the clarinet. Yeah, I like it. We were in the same wavelength there. That's like telling Squidward.
His nose is small.
Oh my god.
Telling Mr.
I love you
Krabs
guys.
to donate to charity.
Oh yeah, that's never happening.
It's like asking Mr. Krabs for a raise.
Yeah, he's just gonna go.
just gonna keep
he's just
going.
gonna go.
You get paid?
Wait, you were serious?
Yeah, literally what I was thinking.
Why does it sound like J.K. Simmons as Jay Jonah?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
he's
he did.
with I saw
Oh my
what was
God.
Spider-Man 3? Spider-Man 3, right?
Yeah.
Where he's like, I want to raise, and he just kind of like just laugh whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, you were serious?
Serious? That was the exact.
That's like
scene.
telling Batman to retire. Oh, we know Batman's not retiring.
That's like telling Batman his parents are alive.
Wow.
A fictional character.
Wow, I
Not
felt
to
that
me.
for him. Even Bat's like, ooh,
Ooh.
wow, wow.
Y'all still here?
Beautiful guy. Too soon.
Too soon. Batman's been around for like 30 years.
Yes, I love it.
Poor Robert Pattinson.
All right, beautiful. You guys keep them coming. We'll go ahead and we'll keep getting to your guys' responses.
He does.
The Joker does sing.
He is. That's like having Harley Quinn being played by Lady Gaga. These are just facts now. I don't know.
Right.
I lost the meaning of why we were doing this.
Well, thank you so much for everybody that responded. We appreciate the feedback as always. We
Yes, thank
appreciate
you.
the results and all that. And yeah, we thought that they were interesting questions this time around, and we more or less knew as far as the poll goes what the majority vote getter was going to be. But yeah, very cool. That's like telling Levi to be happy.
Like telling Levi not to make poop jokes.
We get a glimpse of it today. In
Yes,
this
I just wondered if you guys have seen Star Wars Visions. I have not.
Yes.
No.
I don't know what that is. Clearly,
I don't
Zach
know what
has.
that is.
They're like little spin-offs.
Oh, okay.
And they're all in different like animated styles.
Really?
Like one's like an anime style, one's like a cartoon
That's kind
style.
of interesting. Wow. Is it
And
canon or no? Canon
I
events?
think it is.
Is it? Wow.
I think it is different canon.
Interesting. I am probably going to check out Ahsoka, even though I haven't
Oh,
seen.
it's done by Anime Company.
Even though I haven't seen what is it, like Rebels or whatever it's based off of. I haven't seen it. Star Wars and interesting.
Please tell me you've seen Clone Wars.
See, Bad says that in terms of canon, it's not really, but
Oh, it's
knows
not
more than
really.
me.
I'm sure they're probably
Have you seen Clone Wars?
Luca, you still there?
the animated whatever one.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's where you start.
Oh,
Start
but
Clone Wars.
the thing is, I'm not starting. I'm gonna just watch.
I'm
No,
not.
Ahsoka.
actually, wait. You got One Piece to watch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch
Pause.
Ahsoka. Yeah,
No,
I'm
you're
not
gonna watch One
No,
Piece.
well, I'll watch One Piece too, but in terms of
Just
Star
gonna
Wars,
watch
I'm just
Hisoka? Like just his scenes?
I'm gonna get access to all of your accounts,
What
and I'm
did you
gonna.
Hisoka?
Oh,
Like just his.
No.
Hey, Ahsoka. Did you know that I love
I was
Gone?
gonna say little boys.
Well,
Gone.
same thing.
I'm gonna go on your streaming.
That's
service
like telling
and
Eddie
watch
to not look like Aaron. Oh, shout out there. This is
Oh,
that's one else for
hey.
Yeah,
Eddie.
Eddie.
What a niche reference.
There we go.
It's like telling Aaron not to look like Eddie.
Ooh, yep, it's true. So I would imagine Eddie is older than the story of Attack on Titan. It's true. Good point.
Considering that the story is like,
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have Zach recap what we talked about last week.
yep.
Huh?
Take it away,
All
Zach.
right, Zach. So what happened in last week's
What happened last
story?
week?
What did we talk
I was
about?
here and I have the memory of a goldfish.
You were a goldfish.
Oh, I have the notes. Hold up.
What happened to Kenny? Who did he meet? What did he find out?
Yeah.
And where is he now?
That is definitely the wrong note.
What did he? Who did he
You
meet?
don't remember what the entire
Kenny, who did- who did-
character?
Who
I
did
feel
Kenny
like
meet?
you right now. I'm not doing good with the pressure.
Who did Kenny meet? And that person himself
who
literally
also has
bowed and forgave him.
yeah a major power.
Who did he meet? The founding Titan.
It was part of our
Udi.
he's a
You
founding
meet,
Titan.
yeah.
Udi?
I met that one guy, his church friend, yeah.
That one
church
dude,
friend.
church friend.
And then Kenny himself found out, okay, this is interesting, and I'm going to follow this guy because he is powerful. And then he finds out that the powerful people are strange because it's kind of like a cult, right?
Pretty much.
And then he pretty much finds out from Udi that this power is passed down, which got Kenny very excited. Got him thinking, what do I need to do to acquire that power? And
Would the morals change for someone like me?
yeah, well, actually, yeah, for someone like him, he even refers to himself as like a piece of trash, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So I
A
mean,
little bit of self-deprecating.
yeah. But
But
then
also,
Kenny finds himself in this new line of work, working under the founding Titan in this kind of council, and he finds himself doing some shady stuff. He involves himself with the interior police, which is by Sanes, who we found out, we talked about Sanes already, a story that he is a piece of shit character. And again, these are people that are supposed to be like church followers who are doing these shady government things, right? Goes to show the kind of like, again, culty type of organization we got going on here, which is so different from Udi, who seems like a very caring person, because what did he want to do? He wanted to accomplish having like a quality of life that is like a paradise for people, right? And he realized, I'm not going to fulfill that in my tenure as the founding Titan. He
Yeah.
goes through his 13 years. He realizes that my time is coming. He explains to Kenny what's going to happen, and Kenny is like, wait, what? And Kenny sees it happen. And then Kenny has his motivations, as we talked about. And then he knows in order to do that, he has to stay close to this side of the kind of, team. He ends up becoming a captain of the squad. And Kenny is not in the best shape currently in the story.
yeah.
It was very much last week was like a kind of your life flashing before your eyes type thing. Kenny is narrating to us all those events that happened, and then as he is at currently near death, finding a nice tree to just sit down and just wait out my last moments. We see a moment where he has his eyes closed and he literally hears Udi calling to him, telling him, Kenny. And then he wakes up, and who does he see?
The Levi.
He sees Levi, which I'm sure is the last person that Kenny wants
like,
to see.
"Oh,
Like,
crap."
So that's where we're at, and I'm gonna go ahead and read this first little part here, and we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it.
Oh, you, bud.
So again, guys, this is season 3, episode 10, Friends, part 3. Here we go. We continue the episode as Levi stands in front of Kenny, as Kenny rests against a tree, trying to enjoy his final moments in peace. Levi tells Kenny, "Between the burns and the blood you've lost, there's nothing that can save you now." Kenny, struggling with his many injuries, suddenly gives Levi a smirk. Kenny replies, "Oh yeah? I wonder." Levi's demeanor changes as he notices Kenny showcasing a trick up his sleeve. Sorry.
I'm just combining. It's okay.
It happens time to time, we know. Kenny continues, "Swipe this sucker out of Rod's bag back in the cave. Seems if I just stick myself, I'll turn into a big, strong Titan. One of the dumb ones, unfortunately. But for a while, it ought to keep me alive." Levi pauses briefly before responding. And Levi tells him, "You had the time and strength to eject yourself before I got here if you wanted. Why didn't you?" Kenny answers, "Fair point. I guess I'm just scared. If I don't inject it right, then I might turn out the same as Rod, all messed up like." Levi then tells Kenny, "I know you're not just sitting here waiting to bleed to death. Surely you have a better excuse than that." And Kenny answers, "Well, Ron, the thing is, I don't feel like dying without my dream coming true. But I see now." And Kenny again recalls his first encounter with Udi, as Udi bowed to a piece of trash like him. "After all this time, I think I see why he did it." And Levi, of course, seems confused. And Kenny now begins laughing to himself. "We humans, we're all the same. Every last one of us. For some, it's drinking." Kenny recalls Sonis' drinking problem. "For some, it's women." Kenny recalls Rod Rice as we see Rod confiding in Alma, Historia's mother. "For some, even religion," as we see Pastor Nick and his passionate fellow followers of the Walls embraced in a prayer chain. "Family." We see Kenny's sick father. "The king." We see Sonis again. "Dreams." We see Caven and the other squad members as Kenny introduces himself. "Children." We see Kenny's sister, healthy, holding her baby boy. "Power." We see a ruthless Kenny the Ripper. "All of us had to spend our lives drunk on something, else we'd have no cause to keep pushing on. Everyone was a slave to something. Even him," as Kenny sees Udi. And then Kenny stops as he coughs up blood. He then asks Levi, "So, what's your poison, Runt? Heroics?" Levi appears to have heard enough as he grabs Kenny by the shoulders. "Kenny, tell me everything you know about the king. The first king. Why didn't he want mankind to survive?" Kenny quickly answers, "Don't know. Beats me. That said, I know that's part of the reason that we Ackermans decided to turn coat." And then Kenny coughs up blood again. Blood this time that sprays on Levi's face. Levi, now realizing, he tells Kenny, "So apparently, that's my name as well. Tell me, who are you? What were you to my mom?" And Kenny chuckles. "You dumbass. I'm just her brother." And Kenny continues coughing as a stunned Levi processes. Levi then recalls that day, that moment, as he watched Kenny walking away. Levi says, "That day. Why? Why did you leave me?" Kenny answers, "Because I just wasn't cut out to be somebody's dad." And as Levi stares at Kenny, Kenny shoves a small box against Levi's chest. Levi gasps as he looks down to see the box that Kenny stole from Rod Rice. He sees the syringe. Levi grabs it from Kenny's hand as Kenny sinks back against a tree. Levi looks at Kenny, but is then shocked by what he sees. Kenny Ackerman died moments after giving Levi the power to transform into a Titan. Wow. All right.
So we got the confirmation that
About Rod Rice, right? And why he transformed into that is because he didn't do it right.
what
were you gonna say?
But I was referring to Levi.
Oh, the confirmation that he realizes that he's an Ackerman.
Yeah.
Yes, because we talked about that actually recent
Levi
weeks.
Didn't know.
Yeah, because every time we refer
Kenny
to Ackerman, Kenny Ackerman, hey, and he was telling Mikasa, that's your last name, right?
Yeah.
And then we realized that Levi doesn't know. And we're like, oh wait, we're gonna get to that part soon.
Yeah.
And so now that's this part here.
And he seems like the desperate, like, what were you to my mom? Did he think that they were like, that's like his dad or something? Like, what was he maybe thinking?
Well, maybe because for him, I mean, remember, his mom, right? Can't remember exactly what her name is. I know that it was very different. But she never said the last name.
What the heck is her name?
She never said the last name. She never gave Levi that last name. It was just Levi. It was just whatever her name is, right? And then even Kenny himself was like, huh, that's smart.
Is
like, wow, that's smart. And I'm just Kenny. SB says,
it's Cool Hell.
Well, yeah, but this is her
Olympia.
Olympia was her
stage name.
But
Yeah.
Cool Hell. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, Cool Hell. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Because it was like it looked like it was spelled like Kuchel, right?
Yeah, it looked
but
like
it was Cool Hell.
It was Cool Hell. I'm so smart, guys. See, I have a brain.
Good job. And thank you so much, SB, for that. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Olympia.
And wow, how you say? Says just wanted to say thank you all for signing my pub. No worries at all, man. Look,
Of course, dude.
we are absolutely honored that we were able to do this for you, man. And again, we are not that. Don't ever feel like that's what we are. We are simply just your friends, and
we are not.
And again, we're just so thankful
We're just some
that you
random
wanted us to
Attack
do
on
this,
fans.
and we're so thankful of you and Bad as well. We're so happy that you guys are
You guys are awesome.
part of our just Attack the Talk family, and of course, man, no worries at all. And like I said, I'll make sure that these get sent very safely back to you. I'll ship them tomorrow.
Just like Bat, I will make sure they are packaged nicely.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried. You're fine.
No, I'll just package them just as they were and make sure everything's good to go.
SB says AJ's Kenny is just my favorite.
Really?
And Heise
I do love
says,
your
Wow.
Kenny.
Thank you so much. Wow, I appreciate that. Kenny is a
your
cool
Kenny
character.
Is good.
Yeah.
Your everything is good.
Kenny is a cool voice to do, and the fact that this is the same voice as, for anybody who watches dubbed anime, that same voice as Krillin is also pretty incredible as well. For everybody to know, Krillin does not sound like this. So so shout out to Sunny Straight for being absolutely incredible. Yeah. Which this also is for anybody. We talk One Piece a lot, but this is also Usopp. So Kenny the Ackerman is Usopp as well.
Interesting.
But thank you so much for saying that. Wow.
I have major bruises on my knee.
Wow. Hi, say you're incredible, man.
Next
Thank
to
you.
my Inosuke Bruce.
Wow,
Bryce Pop.
Yeah. Wow.
That's kind of
I'm honored.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely
extremely
Wow.
honored. What the heck?
But again,
The Bryce Pappenbrook.
we are happy to do it, but we are
His
not what you
DNA.
refer to us as. We are just simply your friends,
that talk
man.
about
Yeah.
anime.
We're just
Yeah.
friends in this awesome community that talk about.
We're just fanboys, actually.
But yeah. So again, the realization for Levi, finding this out, having it confirmed, now Zach is blurry.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I'm back.
but how do you think Levi processed this? He obviously is processing it. He goes and he realizes really what Kenny is to him. He realizes that he's an Ackerman. Like, this is so much, and then he just loses him just like that. Now, what do we think that he's necessarily feeling this moment?
I think that he's feeling like
Is he at peace, knowing
Kenny-
what
Kenny
happened?
or Levi?
Levi, because Levi got closure. Levi.
Oh, I think that Levi is. I think
He
that
got answers.
It's one of those bittersweet things where it's like, yes, he did get closure. He got answers because you could tell that he was thinking about like, why did he leave me that day? He's been wanting to ask because
Yeah.
he's on his deathbed. He's gonna ask him that.
Yeah.
And then obviously finding out, like knowing like this man pretty much raised me, and then finding out, oh, we are related. That's my uncle. Like that's crazy. I'm an Ackerman.
Do you think
Like
there's a sense of
lot
relief?
realization, and then there's also
Is there relief when he says, like, you dumbass, like, I'm her brother? And then he's like, oh, thank God he's not my father.
yeah.
Or
Probably.
or do you think
I mean,
it's,
no, I
or do you
think
think
it's
it's like
probably just,
oh
like,
man,
closure.
I had my whole life thinking that this was my father. Like, who's my father? Or
Well, I'm sure,
who knows?
I'm sure Levi was probably thinking like, it was a stranger, just a friend who knew his mom.
Yeah.
Like just a family friend.
Yeah.
Which
and
Kenny even says himself, right? I'm just like an old
of your
friend
mom.
or something,
Yeah,
right?
old friend of your mom.
Yeah.
But then
And I feel-
in this scene, he says, "We Ackermans."
yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking to
So that's
Levi.
when
We
it's
are
like, oh damn. So that's
Like, oh, so we're
okay, cool.
related. So
He's
when
just
are you
kind of
gonna
like
come?
Yeah, so what were you
overloaded.
gonna say?
Yeah, he's just overloaded with information. I feel like it kind of hits Levi. Like Levi's like, he's like, okay, that's my uncle. Like, and he's kind of like, okay, so that makes me an Ackerman. Then he's overwhelmed, kind of thinking about that. And when it,
I'm sorry, bro. I was gonna go ahead and I was gonna let you finish your point. And I was gonna be like, okay, yeah, interesting. I'm like, and Zach, by the way, go and read that. Okay,
I'll read it right after.
Yeah, because that's really.
But I'm sorry.
funny.
Continue on your.
but I feel like when Kenny responds with,
yeah,
I wasn't ready to be someone's dad.
yeah,
I feel like Levi's probably like, oh shit. Like he looked at me like a son.
like a son, and he really cared. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
an
like he
interesting
actually
perspective
does give
too.
a shit about me.
Yeah.
And Levi's probably like, fuck.
Yeah, because we know that we saw kind of a montage, a couple weeks ago, that Kenny essentially taught him what he knew, which was how to
Yeah.
survive. Because Kenny's been doing that his entire life, and he did what he could for the kid, and then we saw that they made it out of the underground, right? Which
Yeah.
clearly they were over there, and because Levi was causing freaking chaos in the streets, but I think there is exactly like that realization, and thank you so much for bringing that perspective because I wasn't even thinking about that. It's like, wow, like Levi probably thinking that he saw me as his son,
He, like,
like
yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
but then he realized that he
He's got
couldn't
that rough
necessarily,
exterior.
he couldn't really be that for him,
Yeah. And it's like, I'm sure for Levi, it was like, he heard that and he was like, fuck, I wish I would have done more. Like, I wish I knew more. So I could have maybe done things different. Because I'm sure Levi's probably thinking, like, this dumbass, if he had told me that shit from the start, or if I knew that he looked at me like a son from the start, I could have acted a different way. Or maybe he could be in the scouts with me, or he could be
Yeah.
doing X, Y, and Z instead of dying here on a tree.
It's like
Yeah.
SB says, Levi probably feels a sense of loss because that was his only known family.
Yeah,
'Cause,
which
I mean, he knows,
Levi and the feeling of loss is
kind of used to
way too occurring narrative.
That's kind of his norm.
Yes. So do you want to read that real quick?
Kyron says, side note, I was watching that clip from the balding conversation earlier so I can post it on TikTok. And it's so funny, AJ. I never heard you laugh like that in the 3 years I've been listening to you guys.
Oh my God.
Two things.
That was a good hard laugh.
One, post that shit. Two, fuck, it's been 3 years.
We've been doing this for 3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah. Because the first year was all just audio,
Yeah.
and we just like, okay, we're gonna be starting the second year, so let's do video pod and stuff. And wow, yeah, and we're yeah,
Time flies.
yeah, it's crazy.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was a good hearty laugh because just that seeing that from my own
Realization
eyes,
set
Zach realizing, oh fuck,
in.
It's like,
Wow.
oh wow,
Oh my
Right, so July 29th of 2021, we got the first
wow,
visual.
interesting. Wow, yeah,
That-
that's crazy. That's crazy. But Heise also asked us here, right? About Mikasa. Like, Mikasa is a part of Levi's family, right? Like, I don't think... Well, even SP says, I don't think Levi knows that yet. And in terms of, like, family, like, yeah, they're part of the same family tree.
It's part of the same clan.
Don't know what the relations are between like where Levi's father, because we know that obviously Levi's father is an Ackerman. You know, her other, her mom comes from the Oriental lineage and stuff that we find out later on over in season 4 and stuff, and have the significance of that, and then so the relationship between the father, Mr. Ackerman, and anybody with Levi's family with. Let's just say for the sake of Levi's mom, we don't know what the relationship is, if they're cousins, and maybe like even High says maybe cousins. Yeah, we don't know exactly what it is. I mean, I don't know. Zach, do you want to go ahead and maybe see what like Ackerman family tree or something like that, and then see to what extent it is? Because if we can get answers on that, it would be a good clarity to have and see really how close they are in terms of that family tree. I mean, for all we know, maybe it's just there isn't any kind of, closeness in terms of, anything just by the last name, but so as we go ahead and as Zach tries to find that, there's a whole lot that's happening here for with Levi, with somebody that he has a whole lot of history with, and somebody that, again, just kind of like, I want to say maybe matter of a month or maybe days or who knows, weeks, that this guy just suddenly arrived into his life again as just this imposing threat that's trying to kill him. It's crazy, but I think that with Levi, again, he gets the closure that he needs. Whoa, SB actually kind of gives us, Zach's going to confirm it when he finds it, but SB says that she saw something about how Mikasa's father is Kenny's brother. That's very interesting. I wonder if would that line up in terms of the age? Maybe, because we know like Kenny is substantially older, and then the thing with Levi is Levi is substantially older than Mikasa. So I think it would make sense maybe more that, like, because if Mikasa's father is brothers with Kenny, Kenny's old.
Yeah.
But again, I think Zach's going to try to find answers, and if we don't get that clarity on there, then,
It'd have to be like a little brother.
It would have to be like Mikasa's
7 years difference.
Mikasa's grandpa, who might have to be more closely related to Kenny. I don't know. But yeah, because Heisa says Levi's in his 30s and Mikasa's in her late teens, around like 19. Maybe even younger than that at this point in the story.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, because we know that at this point in the story, Levi's like in his like, around 33 or so? Mm-hmm. And then Mikasa herself is like, she's
around
still...
like 16.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Ackerman tree, it's that's a question mark. But anyways, my point was just I think with Levi, it's nice that he has his closure. He got his answers and stuff, and he, again, like you said, that he saw that Kenny was on the brink of death, so he needed answers. Yeah. Right. And the fact that closure. Kenny was willing to go ahead and tell him and not take that to the grave, like, again, it's admirable, man. And for him to even just shove that casing of the syringe right there to Levi, like, here, just
like
take
that
this.
Power that he's been like searching for basically his whole life, suddenly just being like, here.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing yet, Zach, or no?
So this is probably the most realistic one that I've seen, and it's that. That makes no sense. Never mind.
Thought redacted.
Yeah. Thought immediately redacted. I saw something and I was like, that makes no sense. It said two people were related when they weren't.
Well, one thing. Becoming the what?
The OAD. What is that?
What's episodes? OAD?
Don't know.
Do you mean old? Because they're all up there.
Will you be covering the old episodes?
We've already done them all.
It could be the
OAD
specials.
Oh.
Does it mean OVAs or?
I don't know. Is it no?
So it's saying that Mikasa's father.
Probably not. And if we do, it'll probably be later.
Most likely that Mikasa's father is like like a second nephew of Kenny's.
Oh, okay. That does kind of make sense, I guess.
So yeah, so it's like more like Kenny's dad has a sibling, and that's who Levi's father, or not Levi, Mika's father is the son of.
Okay. So either way, it's
And then
still
Mika's
very
brother
cloudy.
is from the EC clan.
Oh, so it's a story about Levi, and I don't know. Maybe we'll cover it at some point. But
You know, when we
we're
start
gonna
running out of
continue-
content.
We're gonna continue on with season 3. Maybe after season 3, who knows where we're gonna be at season 4. But yeah, it would be cool to go ahead and cover those episodes, those little side episodes like the OVAs, and especially this if it involves Levi. But one thing I did want to go ahead and talk about was just the different stuff that, in terms of Levi's talking about all those different stuff that kind of like everybody has their like, what did he say? Their the reasons for stuff. Everybody's drunk on something.
Yeah.
Right. And so in
He
this
asked
little
Levi, what's your poison?
yeah, and in this one we see Sanas has a twofer, man.
Yeah.
You know, Sanas is not only a drunk, but he also he talks about religion, and obviously Sanas is probably the first person that Kenny had any sort of kind of interactions with, and that's when he tells him he is he's in the interior, he's an interior police or whatever, blah blah blah. But so for example, just to go ahead and go back again, I mean, we see with in terms of problems, drinking is Sanas, women, Rod Rice, of course. Which we saw earlier a couple weeks ago, Rod Rice and his issues with always trying to confide in Alma,
Yeah.
right?
You're the only one who understands.
He talks about religion here, right? I'm sorry, religion wasn't Sana's. Religion was actually, we see Pastor Nick
Yes.
and all of the church followers, the followers of the walls, and then family. We see Kenny's sick father, and it's cool, I guess, that Kenny's father really thought highly of his family, right? You see children, and this was a very touching moment when we see Kenny's sister, who we see her, she's very healthy, right? Like, she's actually like glowing. Like, I would imagine this is
Like when she's at her peak,
yeah, and when she's at her peak, and that's it.
getting great
Thinking
customers.
about all that kind of definitely doesn't give this as touching of a moment, but
No.
it's very
But
touching.
she's obviously like she seems happy to have.
Yes,
to have
and then
Levi.
she's just holding baby boy Levi just up there, and just like, wow, like this is clearly like her pride and joy and stuff, and she's very, very happy, which again is even more sad knowing that unfortunately he wasn't able to raise Levi. And yeah, I agree. Hi says I feel bad for Levi and his mom. Yeah. Especially seeing that specific moment in the episode and how touching it is, and knowing what ultimately happens in the end. Yeah, it's very, very sad. But then he talks about power, that driving force of power, and of course we see just Kenny literally like just like seething, like smiling, just like, you know, he's just again that's his Kenny the Ripper form.
Yeah.
And yeah, he talks about the king. Now that's the one where Sanas is. So Sanas obviously thought very highly of Udi. Dreams was showing his squad, right? So that's kind of interesting there.
Maybe they all have,
Closest
you
thing
know,
to a
they
family he
obviously
had.
all have like aspirations to like maybe move up ranks or be a, I don't know.
Yeah.
I see it more of like Kenny's dream was having a family. A lot of the people didn't have much family to go to either. So that was like having like living in a dream, having people around you with like-minded personalities. And Kenny was like, this is like,
Yeah, this is like his own. Yeah, in a weird way, his family. You know, exactly. But then something as he finishes the sentence. I'm sorry. He says that that we all spend our lives drunk on something. You know, he says everybody was a slave to something, even him. He obviously referring to Udi, and with Udi, his dream again, we talked about it, was just trying to bring tranquility
Yeah.
and peace to humanity. And you can only imagine everything that he saw, because one of the last things he kind of said to Kenny was that pretty much the not too distant future is the world's going to crumble.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Would you know, he was right.
yeah, exactly. The rumbling, crumble, but he just had to get rid of the C, and that's that word, right?
See?
Yeah.
yeah, because crumbling without the C
Yeah.
is a
Rumble.
Yeah.
rumbling.
That's what he meant. He just put the C.
He just said crumble because they didn't want to give away too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. SB says Kenny's dream to be a leader and have some power, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think.
Yeah, to be like, this is my. I mean, because he does say like power, referring to himself at the end.
Yeah.
But that dream could be like, I have power over these people. These are the dreams.
Yeah. I mean, and also too, there's that moment. Remember when he's kind of like, "Yeah, I mean, you guys are probably thinking why I'm standing here, and I'm your captain, not having any military experience." And then that's when Caven's kind of like, essentially, "Look, dude, we don't care."
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, "Wait," like maybe he's thinking they're just gonna accept me like that, like,
Yeah.
all right, cool,
Yeah,
this
cool.
and that. Like, I don't have to try
prove myself. They'll just listen to me.
From someone who lived a life where he's been shunned for his last name for decades, I'm sure he was like, huh.
Yeah. And he actually, if I remember correctly, he actually introduces himself as Captain Kenny Ackerman, right? And again, the fact that he's using that name, out loud goes to show that that relationship that he had with Udi was able to, again, rekindle that kind of, that how things were with the Ackermans and with the royal family. But, yeah, and then, again, Kenny dies. Before he dies, he gives Levi this the ability to transform into a Titan, and we all know how that's going to play out. And but again, for him to do that and just die peacefully is it's very, I don't know. It's different from Kenny. But then again, he was seeing a lot of things before he died. Sure, Udi was there with him in spirit and in peace, welcoming him into whatever is after. And Kenny decided to stop fighting, and it was time. And plus the fact that he realizes too, like you said, like if I transform, it's only going to be one of the dumb ones,
Yeah.
Like he knows I'm just going to be one of those pure Titans that's just kind of wandering around,
He's aware.
But one thing too that was really interesting was that like he talks about,
But if he does it wrong.
yeah, he goes, I'm trying to find it. He goes, I'm scared, and if I don't inject it right, well, I might turn out the same as Rod, all messed up like. So, is that kind of a confirmation that the reason why he became such a giant, freaky
I think it's just
Titan?
hearsay.
It's
Like, he
because
doesn't know.
because he just licked it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. It could be that's what Kenny thinks
For
happened.
sure, Josh.
Like that could be because that's what Kenny thinks happened, because he's like, oh, he didn't inject it, he just licked it, and he turned into this weird freaking thing.
This giant abnormal. Yeah.
But I don't know, because obviously Kenny's not the expert on this. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just thought that was kind of an interesting little detail he threw in there, but yeah, it could
Well,
just
it
be
could
Kenny.
also be because Rod's of royal blood, but
Yeah.
never got the, I guess, like the consent of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of it's that whole transformation was very much in a gray area of just like, all right, it wasn't supposed to happen. He just kind of forced, again, like you're saying, it wasn't essentially a ritual thing of passing down. We don't know. And then we also kind of theorized about the way he kind of just was his look was because he got thrown on his back, and stuff, and all that. Yeah, we don't know.
We have no idea that could be because he broke his back, so he couldn't walk.
Yeah. All right, we're going to continue on now with the story. We're going to go ahead and now change to kind of a happy turn of events now. More hopeful, positive direction. And here we go. So we continue now as we see a crown about to be placed on the head of the new rightful queen. Historia bows gracefully, accepting the responsibilities. Premier Zachary places the crown on Historia's head as citizens and onlookers cheer. At the capital of Walsina, we see crowd members wondering to themselves,
Did that girl really bring down a Titan bigger than the wall?
Yeah, all the people of Orvu district witnessed it.
we see Marlowe and Hitch standing with the other MPs watching. The crowd continues.
As small as she is, she still saved us from that Titan?
Is that my line?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Her father ruled as king from the shadows, but she brought she brought his tyranny to an end.
And then we see Hanji watching from the crowd, standing next to Moblet, Flagle, and the media as they prepare their next story. Flagle proudly yells out, "Long live the true ruler of the walls!"
Hey, Flagle.
Then the crowd then begins chanting, "Long live Queen Historia." We now see Commander Pixis and Commander Irvin bowing to Queen Historia. Irvin smiles as he recalls her passionate plea.
You need to let me be the one to deal the killing blow to the Titan, because then we'll have a story that people can get behind. A story to unite the walls.
As Irvin bows, he wonders to himself.
To think that she actually dealt the killing blow.
Queen Historia now faces the crowd and salutes proudly as her beauty and power just resonates in the sunlight. The crowd cheers loudly, finally showing unity. And we are now inside the Capitol building walls as we hear Aaron asking, "Wait, so you're actually doing it? For real?" And then we see walking in the Capitol hallways our Levi squad. We see Jean, Sasha, Connie, Armin, Mikasa, and Aaron, as an angered, intimidating Historia leads the way. Historia answers Aaron.
Yeah, I am.
And Aaron tries to reason with her. "Come on, it was just a joke. Right, Mikasa?" And then Mikasa continues to stir the pot.
After you've smacked him, you should tell him this. I dare you to hit me back.
And Aaron tells Mikasa, "Real helpful." And Aaron now continues pleading to Historia. "If it's not a serious grudge, let it go." Historia tries to explain to Aaron.
If I can't even do this, then how can I call myself a queen?
And Jean agrees.
That's the spirit. Pound that runt.
And Historia gasps as she notices Levi standing at the end of the hallway. Levi now begins slowly walking to them. Historia begins to tense up, now nervous, in front of the captain. She begins shaking and sweating. But then she yells out like a beast emerging out of a cage, runs up to the captain, and places the most aggressive, gentle punch on Levi's side. Historia looks up at Levi as the other squad members, except Mikasa, freak out. We see Mikasa actually has a happy smirk on her face. Historia takes a step back as she chuckles to herself and proudly asks,
Did that hurt? Well, I'm queen now. Too bad. If you have a problem...
And she stops, and everyone stops as they witness Levi chuckle, actually smiling. Thanks. Sorry. Actually smiling. Thanks, you guys. I needed that. And boom, there we go.
Especially after what he just like...
The most chilling part of the episode.
Levi
smiles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Levi's first smile.
What he just witnessed and what he saw and everything, right? And all that. But I mean, it's very weird to go ahead and see this side of Levi. Mm-hmm. But it's very cool.
He is human.
He has emotions other than just being serious all the time
and making
jokes. Being numb.
Yeah, exactly. Poop jokes. Yeah. But in terms of like how things were, almost like segregation amongst the walls.
Yeah.
To go ahead and see kind of just a new kind of hopeful outlook over on humanity, right?
Yeah, like the citizens, like good call on Historia.
Yeah.
For somehow being very lucky and dealing that final blow.
Yeah.
Because after the whole like false king thing, like she's right, like the people aren't as naive to be like, okay, cool, new ruler, they're of royal blood. Like it has like they're not gonna get behind like just another title.
Yeah, just another face that just doesn't prove to them. It's all just talk, right? But then for them to go ahead and actually have witnesses from Orvu district to go ahead and say that we witnessed this scout, our new queen, slay this giant freaking Titan, which is the first Titan. Mm-hmm. This is the first Titan that they've seen, and then again, it's just that feeling of hope and knowing that, okay, this is somebody that I can get behind, and we see this entirely different side of Historia, which is so awesome to see because, again, at the start of the season 3, I mean, she is at the most despair that we've ever seen her, and clearly because she lost her closest ally.
Yes.
And
Stupid decision.
Very stupid, yeah. Don't even get me started on that. But and then she's just now a shell of herself. She's done trying to just please everybody. She's done trying to be that persona, that person that she would go ahead and read in that book over in there, in at her farm. And now to see her here standing very proud, saluting. Again, I love that scene where she's facing the crowd, and again, just her beauty resonates in the sunlight, and she just looks so powerful.
Yeah.
It's just like the development that these characters go through and to see where they're at. And again, for this character to not have anybody in her life growing up show them that they cared. The only person that showed, unfortunately, wiped her memory, so she wouldn't remember. But
out of safety.
This is just an awesome glow up and one of the all-time glow ups that we see over in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Like there's so many characters that have that amazing glow up, but I can't help but think about this moment. Again, her being crowned as the queen has got to be one of the best just glow ups in Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Like she went from like this pick me nice girl who just took orders to suddenly she's now this queen who speaks up for herself and is living for herself.
And punches Levi.
Yeah. But the thing is, like,
Mikasa, and like earlier in the episode was like, when you become queen, you should punch him.
Yeah. But again, to Historia and her character as Krista early on, like she was trying to be helpful and please everybody. But did anybody ever take her serious as a soldier? No. Even
Eren in that one episode was like, good. I hated I hated Krista.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I have an interesting theory that I want to bring up.
Okay.
And I think now's the time to do it here because this involves Eren and Historia. And we know that Eren is ultimately the puppeteer here, right? Mm-hmm. Here is my theory. And it's not an out of the crazy realm theory, right? Mm-hmm. This is something that actually is out there. Like, you can go ahead and search it up. I'm sure there's details and stuff. Heise is correct. That is my theory.
Eren is
the father. And
when it comes to 16-year-old Historia.
Who said that a couple episodes ago? I wonder.
Was it you? It was you, huh?
Yeah.
And you know what? As I go ahead and I'm watching these episodes, as I'm kind of seeing little dynamics, as I'm recalling certain past events, I'm like, things are placed in here for reasons. Reasons we know that are for foreshadowing.
Yes.
Reasons that are for, just kind of insinuating stuff. And it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense.
But it does, because
time
controls all.
Also, for the perspective too of what we're gonna see probably in future, very near future episodes, right before moments of when Eren kisses Historia's hand and everything just becomes absolutely crazy in his mind. But we're gonna see that Eren truly does care about Historia, and in terms of like what the government's gonna do to the queen, right? There's stuff insinuated as far as like having her become a mother. There's stuff insinuated in terms of like, okay, like if they find out that I have the ability to use the coordinate upon touch of a royal member, they're gonna use her as kind of a weapon as well, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that Eren carefully doesn't want to do because he wants to protect Historia. Mm-hmm. But what if in this strange big picture he knows that in order for my family and my lineage to have that coordinate going forward, I need to have a royal blood. I'm just saying, it's not out of the crazy realm of possibilities.
It's not, because
it took a while, bro. It took a while. But as I am watching these episodes and carefully trying to kind of dissect certain details, it's like it makes a lot of sense. And then we talked about it, like, here we go with the story about the farmer, right? Being somebody from her past. But that's so easy. The fact that we have no idea who this is, but the fact that we don't even see a face.
Important.
No, I think that the fact we don't see anything of this person is because it is simply a front. It doesn't matter who that person is because he's not the real father.
But then what is the context behind, like, how did
she get pregnant? Well, You know, they spent a lot of time underground in that chapel together. No, I'm kidding. No, there's times when
Like,
literally,
how
you know,
did they lose their virginity to each other?
yes, which is why all those rush of memories just continue flooding through his mind. You know, granted,
That's all he's thinking about.
it would
the whole
involve
time,
it would
his
involve a
memories,
lot of
purely business.
physical touch. It would involve a lot of rush of crazy shit in his mind for sure.
Yeah.
Aaron just fucking
But if he is
tweaking.
if this is happening, this is very vulgar and I apologize, but if they are losing their virginity, you brought it up about that whole aspect of it. But
Well, I'm trying to think.
he's
like,
going to be a
would-
quick pump and go. Like that's just going to be.
That's literally what I was thinking. I was like, it's
You
gonna
know?
have to be like strictly business. Just
it's going to yeah.
he would use a turkey.
It's going to be
baster.
very
Like,
very quick.
All right, we're done.
And yeah, well, actually, Josh says that he couldn't be. In my opinion, it wouldn't really work with Aaron being in Marley because when she gets pregnant. But I like the theory. So again, the theory about Aaron being in
they
Marley.
weren't in the
but
same.
How long?
Aaron
is the
wasn't
time
always
between?
in Marley.
Just send the semen over.
Remember, we got those in season
Send it with
4.
the wine.
We got those in season 4. We got those flashback episodes of when moments before Aaron went to Marley. He's still there with the scouts. They actually go and visit Marley together as the scouts group. While they're in disguise. You know, he didn't commit to it yet. You know, like he could have gone and he could have all part of his plan. You know, if they're gonna go ahead and impregnate, they want her to get pregnant, and knowing that Aaron wants full control and all the power for his family, right, for him and his home. It just makes sense for him to
I
want
just want to know
to.
how that conversation went about.
Don't know, but I do want to say that perchance it could be just really reciprocated.
And
You don't
Mikasa
think
can't know.
Historia has potential feelings for?
And Mikasa
Aaron?
has no clue. There's
I mean-
no way she can know.
I think that it's one of those things where like you go through they're kind of trauma bond.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I think they all are though. Too.
They all are, but this is so different because they were stuck in this situation together. They were captured together. They survived it together. Granted, Aaron was at a weird kind of, changing of mental state, right? He was very much defeated. But again, it's like the idea that they survived this together, they experienced this together, kind of all of a sudden you start seeing somebody in a different light. And then now that you have this power of being the queen, you have humanity's savior.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And you don't think Aaron, who is literally manipulating grown men, could go ahead, and this is going to sound so bad, to say that Aaron is going to manipulate Historia to claim...
Well, he's already done genocide. Let's just
But
do all the other
the thing is-
crappy things.
How are we going to say that Aaron can't do it? Aaron can totally manipulate Historia to go ahead and
I don't doubt that
have
at
his
all.
become essentially like so he takes Rhina girl,
Yeah, it takes
just
Rhina's girl.
to go ahead and rub dirt in Rhina's eyes for sure.
Yeah.
To be like, by the way,
Smear
Historia is
You know,
pregnant.
Historia.
You know how she's
You know she's pregnant. He's like, what? She's pregnant? Damn, I can't. Yeah, that means blah blah blah. Who's the father? Well,
me.
I'm the father.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine? How do you think?
Okay, yeah. Don't say anything, Josh. Yes, that's another thing too. This is just a theory. I don't need any answers.
Yes, don't
I
say
have
anything.
Said out loud, Josh. Thank you so much for saying that because you know.
I don't
that
wanna say
we-
if you're wrong or right.
We haven't. We don't know what. Zach, you know the manga. You know the ending and how it's
The
going to end, right?
original-
The original ending. I don't know
True,
how
we
it
don't know
necessarily
the
is going to
end.
end. I don't want to know, but this is just a theory, and again, this is based off of just kind of stuff that I've seen. And again, we're going to get moments like even this is kind of spoiling, like I'm just spoiling kind of stuff we're going to talk about next week. I think next week, but in the near future. Depends on how we split the episodes. But what about that weird moment when, Aaron and Historia are having that conversation, or just talking about whatever, and Mikasa's getting a vibe. And Mikasa goes and gives that look of just like, remember, she's just like there staring. You remember? Do you remember that moment?
I don't.
You don't remember that moment?
I don't
Do you
remember
remember that
anything,
moment?
no.
Zach remembers that moment.
That moment is exactly why I firmly believe.
And that is placed in there for a reason because
True,
Mikasa
everything
was
is
getting
there for
a
a reason.
vibe, and so she's like, "Hold on, wait, what? Aaron is with Historia," and he sees them just walking through this kind of like open field, having a conversation, talking about stuff. I can't remember the specific details, but the fact that it was written that Mikasa walks to them, literally just stands there, doesn't even say a word, just gives this look of like, oh my gosh, like. like she's in pain, you know, like
Yeah, like, are you cheating on me?
exactly. It was that feeling of like, are you cheating on
What
me?
I was gonna ask is, how do you think Mikasa would react if theoretically, if Eren is the father? How do you think she would react if she found out?
She's already heartbroken, you know. It's going to be just more pain for her. But personally, the show has always been about Eren and Mikasa, so I can never see Eren doing that. Yeah, true. But I will say this, though. I don't know the ending, but Mikasa screwed up when Eren says, essentially, what are we? She screwed up, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
she
I
had her
agree.
chance.
And you know
man.
what? I'm gonna say, when you ask Josh about like, or somebody said when like, oh yeah, like how would it even happen? Blah blah blah. Went to Marley. Before it happened, Eren cares about Mikasa. And before he went to Marley, before he decided I'm gonna go to Marley, he goes and says, "What are we?" As soon as Mikasa makes it known right then and there that we're just family,
family.
he's like, "Okay." So now I
gonna go
know.
lay some pipe
Now I
with
know what I
friggin'
need. Now I know
Historia.
what I need to do. Before he goes to Marley, he
The
goes.
rumbling
And,
is all
and the thing
because of Mikasa.
do we not think
Confirmed.
that Eren is going to maybe tell Historia about what his plan is, about what he's going to do?
But
Isn't
the
there a
rumbling-
moment literally when he tells Historia, when she's already the queen and pregnant, that he's going to go and take this power or whatever? Isn't there a scene like that? Why do I remember Historia telling him not to do it? Like isn't he telling her that he's gonna he's gonna do the rumbling? Why do I remember a scene like that?
I don't think we've had any dialogue from Historia while she's pregnant at all.
I think I remember something of when Historia goes and is pleading to Eren not to go ahead and
Chat, can we
follow
get
through with
a
it.
can we get a confirmation?
Yeah, let me
Chat?
know. Am I just imagining things? Maybe this theory, I'm pushing it too hard because
AJ
now I'm coming up with stuff.
spiraling.
But I'm thinking that Eren would disclose information to Historia about what he's gonna do, this and that. And if he's doing that, then they obviously care more than what they are leading on. Mm-hmm. You know?
Play something real quick. I think this is the scene you're talking about, AJ.
See, okay, so wait, that really happened then, right? Interesting. I don't understand what's happening. I can't read those from here.
I know.
But maybe don't play the audio, but if you want to just read what kind of is important in that conversation, if you can.
Turn it down.
But I didn't imagine
Aaron's
it.
saying basically he's like, there's no other way.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Okay, so you don't have to read everything if you don't want to, bro, but
Basically, his story's like, you're making a mistake.
okay. And
And
he's
then-
telling her this
and
because
then
why?
It ends with Historia saying, what about me having a child?
Whoa!
Well, as in,
He's like, fine. At that moment, he's like, fine, before I leave, I'll do this. What?
Well, because she's already pregnant in this scene. Yeah.
Is she pregnant in that scene? She is, huh?
you can't,
No.
you can't tell.
She said, what about me
she has
having a
cloak on.
child?
Yeah. What about me having one? Meaning that she already has.
Or maybe it's implied, what about me having a child? As in, what about me having this child?
That's what.
What about?
That's how I understood it. Yeah.
What about me?
They want you
You're
to birth
leaving?
a child to sacrifice for this land.
Yeah, you're leaving? I'm trying to think about, like, you're leaving me, Eren? What about the
what about
child?
the child support?
Damn, dude, I'm saying, I don't know.
Oh!
What?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, is she?
If you can't take it, I can manipulate your memory with the power of the founding.
Oh, so he threatens her?
If you can't take it,
It's like, but with his eyes, he's saying with compassion, like, if you can't handle this burden, I can just manipulate you.
Oh, shit, dude. What is going on
So
here?
it could be a threat disguised as compassion.
Yeah, he could be like, look, like, we're already this far.
But there's not much context on that conversation.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
just shown it.
Clearly, Josh and Jacob know more, right? Because even Josh is like, well, after that convo with Mikasa, Eren's in Marley asking Zeke for advice about Mikasa. So in my opinion, I still think he likes her. Yeah, I think that Eren clearly likes Mikasa, which is clearly why he asked her in kind of, you know, in terms like, what are we? You know, because he cares about her. They obviously aren't blood related, you know, and there's always been that bond with them. But the fact that Mikasa screws up and is scared to tell him her true feelings, that essentially pushes Eren away to go follow through with maybe what his other plan is. Again, this is all just speculation here. This is all just my mind spiraling. I'm sorry, you know, but I don't know. Yeah, Aaron's talking about the burden of knowing about the rumbling. Yes, but Josh, why is he disclosing this to her?
Well, what if?
Why? He has no reason to tell her.
so
One thing he can do-
unless they're
what-
in cahoots together.
Well, he said it in the conversations. Like, if anything goes south, he can just.
I know that, but he didn't have to even
By
go as
memories.
far as this. He can just be like, I'm doing this. I'm not telling the queen. I can go ahead and completely manipulate her memories without her even knowing. The fact that he's almost like trying to convince her to be on my side. Like, this is what I'm doing. Accept it. Okay? And if you don't accept it, I'm doing it anyways, and you won't even know what's happening. Like, the fact that he's telling her that can't help. Like, I can't help but think like it's for the only purpose of like, look, just please be on my team.
I feel like it's more of like a. Aaron, like, this is gonna happen either way, and I'd rather do it with you knowing it than do it behind your back. But I will do it behind your back if I need to.
Yeah. See, even Josh saying he didn't have to, but he knew she wouldn't rat him out, and he also knew that she wouldn't side with him.
Well, at that point, if she rats him out, they're gonna kill the kid in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I think the fact that we haven't seen so much of Historia, right, and the whole thing with this her being pregnant, and the whole thing with this father who is this farmer from history, blah blah blah,
Well-
right, and we don't know it. It's gonna be a big reveal.
What I was gonna say was that Aaron could have just, I mean, theoretically, hypothetically,
Yes.
impregnated her and manipulated her memories so that she doesn't know that that's Aaron's child. She thinks that it's that farmer's.
or he manipulated everybody else's memories and not hers.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, unfortunately, Aaron can do any of that, and that's why it makes it has to be said. I think we're supposed to think Aaron is his father.
So
Okay,
we're supposed to think he is, but he's not.
Perspective. It's all just like
Isayama.
that's how it is, right? The writing is there so that we can go ahead and see things in a certain light, and that's how we see things. So, like in season 1 through 3, we're rooting for a certain character. In season 4, it changes to where you want to go ahead and not like this character, or whatever. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But I totally do, but I think that's what they want us to think. SB, she's like, just, I don't know. I think I'm in the same boat as SB. I'm at the point right now where I totally believe it now, but she's convinced me. I think it might be in the writing that that's what the direction's supposed to be. The hints are there for a reason of just like, maybe Isayama is just, he's the one manipulating all of us,
Yeah. Aaron
Nope,
is
nope,
real.
nope, nope,
Aaron
nope,
is
nope,
everywhere.
Aaron 1 to 4.
Oh, well, anyways, that was my little tangent.
I like your tangent.
I figured,
it means you joined the dark side.
yeah, it means that I saw certain details and I'm like, oh my gosh. And just for a reminder to all of our friends that whenever we're going to come across any specific little details, I'm going to go ahead and say, boom, that's another reason why, potentially, And just like how you guys can go ahead and say, boom, that's a reason why he isn't. I would love to go ahead and get that kind of back and forth. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's finish this episode. But again, it's very, very cool to go ahead and see a very confident Historia. So confident in the fact that she was that she punched Captain Levi.
Good for her.
And
Yeah.
Captain Levi, he thought that it was perfectly what he needed, because he's going through some shit.
When is he not?
True, but how like the most like, and then
And it just-
literally just like smoke just.
Like she used her just.
It was just a little puff, just.
She like
All
didn't
you
even,
hear is
like,
all you
she
hear is
didn't like bend her arm. She
Yeah.
just
full,
used her.
full torso rotation, nothing else.
Yeah. And I love that little smirk that Mikasa gives, like, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, you
Like, I
take
wish
that.
I could do it.
Oh, I didn't want to say. When I first watched that scene,
Yeah.
that shit broke me.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, because I didn't give a shit about the punch. I was just like, holy shit, Levi cracked.
Oh, yeah.
Levi smiled.
Yeah.
It's like the only smile.
Levi's realizing that this is, and the reason why, 'cause like I said, when Kenny goes, I wasn't ready to be a dad, or like whatever he says. Now Levi's thinking about family.
Yeah.
And then the next time he sees all of them in a room together, he smiles and looks at them. I'm like, holy shit, he looks at them like family.
Yeah.
And like for Levi, he's like, it's for me when Levi smiles, it's like him saying, It's okay that Kenny's gone. I have my
I have my family.
And I literally
Levi
was like,
is such a
I was
softie.
literally just like,
Duh.
like
Oh, like Levi really does care about them. And what happens to people that Levi cares about? Well, we're gonna find out.
yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this last little part of the episode here. So here we go. As we get to the end of the episode, we see a cloud of steam, and then inside the steam, we see the armored Titan's damaged body just laying there on the ground. As the camera pans, and we hear Bertold off in the distance panting, we see that they made it back to Shiganshina, the place where everything started. However, a worried Bertold runs to the armored's body as we see Reina in his Titan form, weakened and damaged from a fight. Reina emerges from his Titan's nape, and Bertold helps remove him from his Titan. And then we hear a loud thud. Bertold stops as he holds Reina, frightened, staring up at the Beast Titan. The Beast Titan, and do your best, Beast Titan, tells them,
I won, which means that we'll wait to rescue Annie.
Then Bertold now looks up at the Beast, angered and annoyed.
Retrieving the coordinate is our priority, as it should be.
And now we hear a sudden steam rush as Bertold watches someone emerge from the Beast's nape. The blonde, bearded man with glasses tells Reina and Bertold,
And if we wait right here, well, it'll come to us on its own.
Go ahead, Zach, say it.
To be continued.
Yeah, wow. So, to talk about this moment here, Reina clearly, as Josh says, he got whooped by the Beast Titan, right?
He did.
It's Armin's dad.
Armin's dad, I know.
Yeah.
Or everyone thought it was Irvin's dad, or like.
Yeah. We thought
I
it was
don't know,
any
I was
blonde
like- I was
character.
like-
That's their dad.
I'm like, Irvin has a fucking brother?
Yeah.
And then I found out whose brother he really is, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yes. But it's interesting here to get the details kind of just implied here that Reina clearly didn't want to wait for Annie. Reina just wanted to go back home, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, for people who obviously don't know, this is Zeke. As Josh even says, Zeke is the war chief, so I guess it's only natural that he whoops Reina. Yes,
Yeah.
but
It's like your commander.
Zeke,
it's one of those things where...
quit being a baby.
Yeah, and then the thing is, though, it's like Reina wanted to go home. He's probably doing the best he can to go ahead and plead his case, and Zeke very simply just put it, all right, we'll fight for it then.
Yeah.
And clearly Reina did not want to do this. We know he didn't want to do this. Because Reina in this moment here, he's all over the place. I mean, just in terms of his mental state, he doesn't know whether he's a warrior or if he's a soldier. In this point, he's like, okay, I'm a warrior. I just want to go back home. Like, look, maybe he lost. He realizes we lost. We need to just go ahead and go back home and we need to regroup. Whereas Zeke's probably like, no, we're not going to. By the way, where's Annie? Oh, she got captured. All right, well, then our job's not done. And then he clearly tells them that the most important thing that they're waiting for, the most important thing that they need to retrieve is the coordinate, right? And we know that Zeke is a very intelligent character. He is also, in a way, manipulative kind of character.
Smarter than your average ape.
Yeah, there you go. And he's very aware that all they have to do is just stay there in this spot. As we said, it's Shiganshina, right? A place that Reina and Bertold are all too familiar with.
Yeah.
And he tells them that the coordinate, right? If we wait here, it'll come to us on its own. And the fact that this freaking giant monkey knows so much and is so intimidating, it's just like, whoa. And you guys,
So mysterious at this time too.
yeah. Josh says, funny knowing Zeke is on his own mission. He's just trying to find Aaron. Yeah, I mean, it's true. But actually, he's not on his own. 'Cause remember, they have recon keeping a lookout.
Oh, true.
And that is Peak
Peak.
in her cart Titan form.
She's somewhere. She's around.
She's there. She's got eyes off in the distance, making sure that everything's kind of just cool. But she's also reporting to Zeke about what's happening. And but Zeke does have his, again, motivation, and that is what you find out later on in season 3. As Josh says, it's essentially to get Eren, to save Eren, right, from the sins of his father.
Right.
And
do you think Peak sleeps in her human form, or do you think that she stays in the card Titan and sleeps like a dog? Do you think that she has to circle around 3 times and then lays on her side like a dog?
I know.
and falls
I
asleep?
think that for whatever reason she could just stay awake.
Do you think she has her whole crew with her on her back?
No, because remember when we see her,
Oh, that's
she
true.
doesn't have the armor. It's just almost like a basket.
Yeah.
right? It's just, I would imagine they just brought whatever supplies that they could.
It's just like survival stuff.
Yeah,
Like obviously food, water.
Yeah. So
So you didn't answer my question.
what'd you say?
How do you think she sleeps?
No, I told you I don't think she sleeps. I think she
You
just
can stay
stays
awake
alert
as
and
the
stays
Titan-
awake.
as the Titan.
And because I think that for her, if she sleeps, then there's a chance that she's going to go ahead and
That's
expose herself, right? But
True.
the fact that she stays, we find out that she stayed in her Titan form, through the
She can do
duration
it
of
for,
this,
like,
right?
A month.
Right, yeah. Because, I don't know, I could be wrong again, but like when we see her, in her human form in Marley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they kind of say that like she kind of was a
she's-
Titan for...
She's on the floor when we first meet her. She's
Yeah.
crawling, and she's like, "Oh, I'm just so used to it after months of being in." Titan
Yeah,
form."
so maybe it's just kind of implied that she was in Titan the entire time that she was there over in Parody.
No breaks.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's why, unfortunately,
Did fall
So
asleep
then-
every
so
night.
then-
she had to sleep at some point.
I was gonna say, dude.
there's
so
a forest
does
of
she
giant
need sleep?
trees.
Yeah, forest of
I
giant
mean-
trees. Just crawl up
Yeah.
a branch and just.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she could. I mean, but I think that to probably, to answer your
Like a
question,
dog.
I don't think that she ever at any point over in Parody became a human. Because if she did, I think she
Yeah,
even
that would
knows.
expose.
I think that she probably even
The
knows that.
transformation would also, like her getting.
Yeah,
back
exactly,
into it,
that's true. The
that
transformation would go
that
ahead and expose.
I didn't think about that.
And then I was just gonna say too, like in terms of like being defensive and all that, like if she even becomes a human, she's making herself susceptible.
Susceptible.
Thank you so much for that.
Got you.
That she can potentially get eaten. And if she gets eaten, then they lose the cart. And
Yeah.
some lucky person, pure Titan, becomes a cart Titan.
Some lucky. And SB says they say that she stays in Titan form for weeks at a time, so she's got to be sleeping in Titan form.
Yeah.
So my other question: do you think she sleeps like a dog?
I think that she probably
Yes.
does climb a tree. She goes and she circles around, like you said, way, and
She does
then
the little circling that dogs do, and then plops down and just.
yeah, exactly.
I looked it up just based on what Heisei said,
Uh huh.
and now we're all gonna have to hear it.
Oh, you haven't heard her say it in Spanish?
No.
Oh, it's very nice.
Whoa! Wow.
It's very nice.
It is very nice. Damn.
But also like the English.
Zach's
and
gonna
the
be hearing that all day today. Oh wow!
Like even like the
Clip that moment too. Clip that too. The moment that Zach hears Peak say that line in Spanish.
because
Zach is all hot and bothered now. Yeah.
And then the buenos dias, porco.
Yeah. Yeah. That was very, very beautiful. I like that a lot.
To watch later.
Yeah, save it. Very
Like
quickly,
a giant.
before we lose some of the chats here, Heis says, Ryana, I'm the same as you. Okay, I'm getting that means that you want to go home. Okay.
Yeah.
That you would lose to Zeke. Yeah. Josh says Zeke is very manipulative and cunning, probably the most dangerous warrior brain wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in terms of intelligence, I mean, obviously we see him. I mean, he just knows so much, and he even like knowing kind of like, I don't want to say weaknesses of certain people, but like he just knows how to like really approach a lot of things, Yeah, very, very intelligent. Heise. Peak is hot, but that Titan is
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know a few people that look like that Titan.
Oh my gosh. And then Josh says she's known for her stamina, so maybe she's always awake. Maybe. And then we got from SB again the confirmation about what they say. And then Spanish dub. Yeah. And then SB says, yeah, like a giant Dutch hound.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Interesting, Josh. Do you think Zeke had any romantic interest in Peak for more like a mentorship with her?
I think it was more like a mentorship.
I think that Zeke in this point is
Zeke is
very
not
much,
thinking about romance.
He's very much focused on. Thank you, Heise, for clipping that moment. But I think
Thanks, Heise.
I think that Zeke is very much focused on the task at hand, which is why he's not even going to get sidetracked with Rhino wanting to go ahead and leave. You know, I think that if Zeke had other stuff in his mind, he would probably just be like, "All right, Rhino, you and Bertold can leave. I'm going to stay here." But no, he's like, "No. None of us are leaving. This is what's happening. This is what we need before we leave, and we're gonna wait for it because it's gonna like show up to us."
Yeah.
And the fact that Zeke, it just knows all of this. Again, it's like he clearly isn't. His judgment isn't clouded with romance.
No.
He
is. He's on it.
Yeah, and
clapping Rhina and
he's clapping Rhina.
I'm sorry. He's what?
what is wrong?
It's like, whoa, we're talking about romance. We're talking about clapping Rhina.
Slapping Rhina and
he clearly
throwing rocks.
bitch slapped Rhina, because when we see Rhina in his Titan form down, like the armor off of one side of his face was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree, Josh. He's a very sadistic person. Yeah, and again, this is why when we see him, like in his Titan form, being very creepy and just like walking with his ab gut, just lunging around, like he's meant to be very imposing and scary. Careful there, Heise. Careful.
Hey.
But yeah, guys, so that's all we got for you guys today. Thank you so much again for all the awesome discussions that we had. We've been going for a very long time, and yeah, you guys are just awesome. I love go ahead and talking AOT with you guys, especially when we have awesome different little tangents that we go on, different topics and all that. But this one again, guys, as I mentioned at the start of this episode, I mean, we get some closure from Levi. We get, we lose a very interesting character, a character that, some people just... I mean, shoot, he was on that kind of top list of characters, whatever, that we kind of talked about, like a month or so ago with our cousins. Mm-hmm. Over a month ago. What am I talking about? That was over.
Yeah, that was
a few months.
Yeah.
But
I was like, what are you
people
talking about?
obviously like Kenny. They enjoy seeing Kenny, and the fact that we lose Kenny here in this moment, and again, it's sad. But then that closure that Levi gets, we see Levi smile for the first time. When he's there with, as Zach mentioned, like he's there with his family, and then we also see now just the character development, this awesome development with Krista turning into Queen Historia, and again, it's such an incredible just character development and a glow up that it's one of my favorites over in Attack on Titan for sure. And then we get introduced to what the next real threat is going to be and what we're going to be focusing on, and that's going to be with going back to the walls. So I'm excited for all that, guys. We're going to be really talking about and breaking down some really, really cool moments. And remember, guys, Aaron is the father.
We'll get Maury on it. That's his name? Maury?
Maury? Yeah, Maury.
Maury.
Yeah. But yeah. Josh, little teaser. Josh says next episode is top 5 of all time. Uh-oh.
Hey.
And guess what, guys? We are getting close. We're getting close to the after credit moment of just glitching out and seeing what happens in the future. And I'm excited for us to go ahead and talk about that as well. Because
Is that 13?
It happens literally the episode of when they're finally traveling to Shiganshina.
Yes.
And once we get to that point, it's going to be incredible. We're going to go ahead and do our to be continued. Wait, what's happening? And then we're going to hit you guys with that scene of what all happens, and freaked me the hell out too, SB. Yeah, we saw that live.
Out.
We saw that. Remember, where literally it was like,
what is going on?
Normally it does kind of like already like almost Netflix, like, okay, on to the next episode thing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
This time it didn't, or maybe it was one of those things where we're like, why is there still so much time left? And
yeah,
you
like we went to skip.
like, whoa, what's this?
Wait, let's go back.
And then we saw it happen. Very, very freaky. We see some weird stuff, man. I'm excited for us to talk about it. It's going to be fun.
But it all means something.
And it's going to be even more fun when we get to go ahead and talk about that moment with you guys. So thank you guys. And then that wraps up another episode of Attack to Talk. This is season 3 of our episode breakdown discussions. Make sure you guys stick around. Not stick around, but make sure you guys go ahead and show up every single time we stream, guys, because it's a lot of fun whenever you guys join us. And we stream every Sundays. We guys make sure you guys follow us over on Instagram at Attack to Talk Podcast. You guys know all the information. And the link tree is all there for all the different platforms we're available. But when you guys go and join us when we stream live on Sundays, it makes just talking about these episodes just so much fun. So make sure you guys keep up to date over on all the different updates that we're going to go send you guys, all the different Q&As and the poll questions that we do, because you guys, again, your feedback and all the knowledge you guys have, it's awesome when we enjoy seeing the responses and all that and where the results go. So it's a lot of fun, guys. Shout out to Nate.
Yes, thank you, Nate.
We love you so much, Nate.
Thank you, baby bro.
Miss you. Yeah. So Nate's incredible. Nate's the brains of the podcast. And make sure you guys go see what Nate's up to over on Twitch at NatePlaysBad. Go and support him, man. He's incredible. And hopefully we get Nate back on the pod soon. That'd be cool. Very quickly, guys, before we leave, we want to make sure that you guys have your ways of potentially getting some merch. So we have two different links for you guys to use. One is Collector Sesh, one is Fandomion. Check out those links so you guys can go ahead and see what they got available over in their different stores. Over at Fandomion, we have a promo code for you guys to use, and that is promo code LEX, L-E-X. Guys, do we have any updates on
Use it.
on Fandomion or no? No updates?
No.
Okay. But if there are any updates,
But use it.
Yeah, make sure Lexi will go ahead and give us updates whenever she gets them. But yeah, guys, use that promo code. Bat says great code. Yeah.
Yeah, great code, LEX. Lex.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends. We love you guys so much. Shout out to our creative friends that do different art. Check them out, guys. We have our friend Marco that joined us. Find him at Marco Momone. We have our friend Eddie, who wasn't able to join us today, but Eddie usually joins us. And shout out to Eddie. Eddie's at Eddie Hinstant over on YouTube. And then you can see what he's up to over in his art at ArtofCesar. Of course, our friend Kyron, man. Kyron, we love you so much, man. Kyron is doing his thing, man, over for the Tech to Talk podcast on TikTok. Make sure you guys follow the TikTok account so that you can see what Kyron's been creating, and make sure you guys see what Kyron's been up to. I know that Kyron also, if I remember correctly, I saw recently that you started drawing again, so that's really, really cool, man. So keep on drawing, because what I saw, man, it looked really, really good. And make sure you guys see what Kyron's been up to with his photography. Follow him over at portraits by .ka. Portraits by .ka.
Yeah.
We love our friends so much. Of course, we have our friend Caesar as well, who goes and sees what we're up to from afar. He goes and he likes our anytime we post stuff as well, and every so often he goes and he votes on all our different poll questions and stuff. And so make sure you guys see what Caesar's up to.
So Eddie, if you're listening, Caesar just painted a skateboard deck.
Whoa!
So
Yeah,
you can
check that out. I'm sure Eddie probably when we saw it over on socials.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so shout out to Caesar. See what Caesar's been coming up with over on his Instagram. Just search up ArtofCesar. You guys will see it. It's art_of_Caesar_. Shout out to him, and shout out to all you guys. You guys are all so awesome. We love you guys so much. And and Heise, thank you so much again, man, for letting us go ahead and do this. Like I said, I'll send these out tomorrow. Okay, you should hopefully get them. I don't know when. Maybe it'll be like 3 to 5 business days. It seemed like that was the case for you. But hopefully they arrive to you all secure. I'll do my best to make sure everything is all good to go. But yeah, thank you so much again. We're absolutely honored. And yeah, that's it, guys. So thank you guys so much again for this, just the incredible support. You guys are amazing. We love you guys so much. You guys know the saying, we love, right? And we just hate that hate. We hate that hate, but just do your best, guys. You go ahead and spread. Do your best to spread that love and positivity, guys. We'll see you guys next week. This is AJ signing off, saying I love you guys, and then I'll see you guys. Go ahead and say your goodbyes.
Bye-bye. Stay safe, guys. Bye.
Words of advice? Oh, nothing. Oh.
So, did you know that
Okay,
Dr.
fun fact.
Pepper is 2 parts Coke and 1 part root beer?
There you go. The more you know. All right, guys.
Random fact today.
Yeah, there you go. We love you guys.
Coke, 1 part root beer.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.